and our fix is ready. Here we go. Watch me scramble to complete a 3-hour show. We'll talk about knives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. We'll talk about knives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate.
It's a Friday night flicking, you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that play, click, clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie Groove on to see what knives he's got.
I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday.
Can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started. Let's go live on YouTube. Ooh. It's a Friday night flick and you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that blade click clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie Groove on to see what knives he's got. Ooh. Gotta check the homie Groove on to see what knives he's got.
Oh, I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday.
Lights go dark, the stream comes on. Javon's here, the vibe is strong. Click and clack, the steel in sight. Every edge sharp in Friday night.
Knife flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine and cut so tight. Handles spin and edges glide. Friday night flicks worldwide.
The craft with steady flow. Steel and story you'll wanna know. Flick of the wrist, how smooth it goes. Every frame a master show.
Knife flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine.
You missed a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? He don't smoke 'em, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up a few. He's getting higher on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right?
Kinder, Yibbo Shaky, me unscrabbly. Shaka-doobie, doubly shaka-doobie, pop swabble.
What is going on, guys? Happy Halloween. What is up? What is up? Try to start closer to 8 o'clock so that we've got a little cushion there before said faction. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic night. No, I didn't dress up. I thought about it, and then I thought better for it and said, "Nah, I'm not going to." I'm going to welcome everybody. Angelo, new member. What is up, brother? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. You know what that means, guys. Quick man hug. I appreciate you, buddy. Stop. I think I've got to change it to members only because right now it's in unlisted, but we will have a live at 2:30 tomorrow, our November 1st live stream. I apologize for the knife table. I'm about to take it off screen because it'll probably get obscene and I'll probably get my channel taken away because there's no telling what Puck's going to do to themselves. Anyways. I apologize. I hit the wrong button. You know how I roll. I'll do shit like that. My bad. But as we roll on, we got Marco in the house. We got brother Marco Scamma has been in the house. I don't know if he's still here. I hope he is. What's up, Marcos? Good to see you, brother. Happy Halloween. Burnt Relic is in the house. What's up, brother? Happy Halloween. I hope you guys did some trick-or-treating. I hope everybody got a bunch of candy. Double wide EDC, brother Mad Yako, channel member. What is up, dude? Good to see you. Yeah, I'll give y'all a little update on some of the Instagram posts. You guys look at him as a channel member. I appreciate you, brother, so much. We got Knife Nut 69 channel members in the house. What's up? What's up? My man, the Wandering Gnome, the Roman Gnome, Richard Hopkins, channel member, is in the house. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a good day. Next week, as a matter of fact, we will have a guy who's going to be a guest. Let me get Puck off there. Go away, Puck. We're going to have a guest. His name is Greg Datcher. He's a knife maker. We'll look at some of his stuff tonight. I think you guys will be very impressed. He's not just a knife maker. He's a mixed media artist. So knives are, I think he told me, like the fourth in line of things that he does the most of. He's a potter, sculptor, I think it is, sculptor and potter that's world. I mean, I know he's nationally known. Very talented. I think you guys will enjoy meeting him. He's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm stoked to have him on the show. A local guy from Huntsville. So he will be there, and we'll look at one of his knives again here shortly. I think I've got almost everybody. I said hello, Matt Maurer. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. 1931 Leatherworks. Tactical Terry, what is up, brother? Can't remember. I'm sitting here sipping on a Starbucks. I had a work day, so I do 4 hours, like 4 days a week up at Knives and More. I'm helping them out, doing some stuff, selling knives, selling swords, trying out a lot of knives and getting some stuff that I can show. We're going to probably, hopefully, start doing like maybe a Thursday vertical from up there, showing off some stuff live. I think people would like that. They've got so much cool stuff. It really is a impressive shop. People trade all the time, and they have regulars that are regular traders. So it's definitely a good place for me to hang out, at least for a little while. Hope to be there a lot longer. We'll see how it goes. Totally different type of, situation, but there's so much potential there in terms of just helping people see their stuff. They were telling me today that there's a guy, I don't know if he's from Oregon, but he bought something from one of the videos that I did, and now he calls them, a couple of times a month, and he likes talking to Tate, one of the guys down there. Richard Hopkins met him and does a lot of business with him. So a lot of people like to do business online. They'll probably have a website in a not so distant future, but they haven't had one for like 26, 27, 28 years. So I doubt they'll get one anytime super soon, but they're always available, and they have Apple iPhones. They can take pictures and send you stuff. For example, I've been playing around with their cases. There's a new case side buster that's come out in S35VN. I think it's in 2 different colorways. Or side buster, a mini side buster. It is awesome. Paul Mills, what is up? And you can look at them because they've got like 4 or 5 up there. So some of them are perfectly centered. Some of them, because they look at all of them before they, put them out. But some of them might be a little bit more. If they get too much tolerance where they're off kilter, they just send them back there to their case guy, because they're a huge case guy, dealer type. I mean, that's probably their biggest seller, and the reason the business has been so successful. And what I know the least about traditional knives. I've got to learn more about them, but my passion is just not there. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm an old guy, and it's kind of hard to change my stripes. But I've seen some cool stuff down there, and I'm trying to share it. So if you notice, if you follow me on Instagram, a lot of the stuff that you see is not going to be my stuff. I'll give you a little sample. Have y'all ever seen a Kershaw ET? It is from, I think, 2002. Anybody? Kershaw ET? Not anything I would normally post, but it is pretty whack. Let me show it to you. Uh-oh. Reggie. There we go. Let me share it. Again, not something I would get all over, but it's very rare. I don't think they've made it for that long. Odd shit, right? So that's not in my collection. And that's something, for example, a piece like that, which I know nothing about trade values on things like that, but that's a $300 piece. which again is not my, I put this up. It's not necessarily my jam, but I've enjoyed playing with it. I think I've done maybe I haven't. This little guy, this Masters of Defense, they're in North Carolina, and it is an automatic. All their folders are automatics, but they're thick liner locks. Hold on, I apologize, guys. That was a phone call. If it happens again, I'll have to get it. It's my dad. But it won't be long. But this is Greg Datcher. I don't know if y'all can see the detail in the Damascus blade. He makes those blades. It's got a little, looks like Arctic carbon fiber, I guess you'd call that. A little lime green spacer. And then I think that's micarta on the back. We've got about 4 of those. We had 5. We had one that was a copper San Mai that he made. But again, he'll be the guest next week. That's his EDC knife. And again, there are 3 of those available. I think they're right around, I'm not going to quote it, but I think it's about three bones. But a cool knife. And then, like most of the stuff that I've been posting, I even threw this up there because I thought it looked cool. I'm not a huge Tops fan. I think you can get much better fixed blades out there. That's a Medford Viceroy. I didn't even know Medford did bally songs. It's got a really cool grind on it, and it's very, very long. You can tell it's as long as a hank. And this is just a combination of new stuff, but mainly some of the used stuff. This is new, and the reason I like this knife, the tag down, I think somebody makes scales for it. Throw it in the chat if you know who it is. But this is LMAX. So this tag down is actually Benchmade's, I think, first foray into LMAX. I could be wrong. And it's that 14-degree select edge, which is really, really slicey, like 0.009 inches blade thickness. So it's really, really thin. Get back in the chat, see if I miss anybody. If I miss anybody, I think it's all y'all. Paul Mills, I say hey to you, buddy. Did I wish you a happy Halloween? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. I'm going to jump back here and show you a couple more knives, then I'll be out of this. But the new tagged out in LMAX, I think you're going to see that in a lot of Benchmades. I don't know why. This is a little reel I did with it. It's also one of the smoothest. I don't know if it's the Cerakote on the blade, but these are on washers. It's real thin, so I had to kind of but very drop shutty. The bar lock, the axis lock works very well on this knife. And I would probably be very interested in it if I knew somebody who had scales for it. This is another one of those Masters of Defense, North Carolina automatic maker. And again, it's a push button automatic to deploy it. And then it's a liner lock to close it. Sweet little knife. And then I like this. Ryan Ellis picked one of these up a long time ago. And I think he even sent it to me to review. I can't remember. But they've upgraded the sheath on this. Really cool little knife. The Dayan or Dayan. I can't say it right. These are Randalls. These are just roughly 8-bone, 9-bone knives. I think this one might be a little bit more. Posted one that I really like. Whoops. Anyway, a lot of these knives are Knives and More knives. So they're available. I think I put available on the listing. I'm not sure if I do or not. Available at Knives and More. This is a blue box Chris Reeves small Sabenza Prometheus Design Works. So what it is it's got, I should have flipped it, but it's got horizontal milling lines. Really nice. And then that rare beast, that's about 18 bones, maybe more. I can't remember. Little USA automatics that I didn't know existed, like this GT Knives Mini GT. So I'm getting to hang out with some pretty cool stuff. I didn't know that ProTech currently made a Flyfather 2, which is a ballet song. Really smooth. I'm scared to death of it because it's got the Godfather's blade, which is just a wicked pointy, stabby, stay away blade. But we'll get out of here. Boom. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet. I think Dad might have butt dialed me because he hadn't called back. That's a good thing. But it did kill my phone, so I'm going to have to reach over here in a second. Chris229, channel member, what is up? And guys, I'm going to do that right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me make that live stream tomorrow. Change it from unlisted, or I might forget, and I'll go live and nobody will be there. Live, boom, boom, boom. Sorry, guys. I should be able to talk, and I can talk. You know, I can rap about the cat that's AI did that. I said a Halloween mad angry cat, where I always do angry cat. All right, unlisted, members only, blah, 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 all channel members publish. All right, so all you guys, 2:30 tomorrow is on. It'll be our November 1st members hour secret word day, and I think there are 3 people right now that haven't had a good secret word experience. So we'll see what happens at the secret word, and we might have 2. So we'll play that by ear. YouTube terms of service. All right. All right. So I'm going through to make sure I did not miss anybody. I apologize. But yeah, did anybody trick or treat? Did you guys dress up? I can show you something that I'm not supposed to show you. I'll have 2 unboxings go live tomorrow. One's going to go live at 11, and the other is going to go live at 5, I think. And it's Kaiser's November releases. I've been carrying this by one of my favorites. It is the Top Sale. Very, very nice knife. I've enjoyed it. And I've been pairing it with this little fixie, which is a drop bear. But the difference in this particular drop bear is it has this new, it's not new, it's a manufacturer. It's called Ultra X, I think, micarta handle, and it's S45. Very sharp, great little small EDC knife, and it has the tweezers and the stowaway little toothpick in the back. Very nice little knife. And they'll go live tomorrow morning at 8. So they're going to go live long before my my reviews go live. Not my reviews, my unboxing. So basically I unboxed the Vanguards, which I'll give you a peek of those. Y'all remember the T1? It was one of my favorite Blade Series knives. It's an Ulrich Heinrich. I'm trying to, how to pronounce his last name. It's Uli Heinrich. We'll go to their site. We'll go to Kaiser's site. But they do this in both a crossbar and a button lock. It's come back in a big way. We'll go to their website. I can't pronounce this. Do y'all remember the Seagull, that knife that has been, and I'm currently thinking it's probably my budget knife of the year, the Kaiser Seagull. This uses the same handle, and I think it's called the Focus. P-H-O-C-A, Foca, the Foca knife. Joe Isabella, the man, the myth, the legend. What is up? And member for 31 months. Dude, you get an extra long man hug. I hope you appreciate it. and happy Halloween to you, my brother. Even the cat thought that was a little long of a hug, but it worked well. So the Fulka is a clip point blade, micarta handles, really cool. This is an Amazon with D2 Fulka. Fulkas are all bar locks, but they work so well. Kaiser's bar lock has that 5-position spring. They ship them with extra springs. I've never broken an Omega spring or whatever you call those. And then the cool one, I can't remember. We're going to go to the website, so I'll give the designer credit. This is the Rusk. Check that wicked little EDC fixie out. And it was designed by a guy who I forget. We're going to go look at the website because I think that's all the show and tell. I've got a couple of. The T1 coming back is in a big way. There's also a knife called the Shrike. I don't have it. I've got one over here, but it's not on me. Smaller than I expected, but it is a very, very, very sexy knife. Let me show it to you real quick. Kaiser Knives. Go to their homepage. I think it's showing up on the homepage now. Let's do that. Boom, boom. Let me share it, and we'll find it together. Joe, I appreciate your support, brother, and I appreciate your contribution. I'm a little swirly in the head. Wish Bitchmade would get that patent back. Wish Bitchmade would get the patent back on the Axis lock so we used to see some different locks. I wish they do something. I mean, Benchmade has so much potential. I saw a video that kind of made me sick, though, and I don't doubt it. And again, I don't want to talk too much about it, but it was talking about the custom shop Benchmade that I think this reviewer recently got, and I'm surprised it got out of quality control. Benchmade's changing their boxes. It's going to be bigger boxes with little magnetic latches. I don't know why. So they are changing something. They haven't changed boxes in forever. And Benchmade's coming out with new boxes. I did a review on the Microtech Ultratech. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
And I devised that not only a cool knife, but that Gavin won his word to Gavin. Gavin probably won his suit because
There's no doubt. I don't think he won the suit. I think the lawyers or maybe even the judge looked at it and said, this is bullshit.
And it happened so quick. And somebody mentioned that in the chat.
There wasn't a trial. They realized they were losing.
So if you go to
Kaiser's, shot at a little guy and realized that they couldn't intimidate him. And that's what happened.
Well, because he nailed it down to exactly, he has 7 patents in that knife.
I hate to say this, man, because I've always been a fan, and you guys know how much I've touted their customer service for what they did for me when I was the last person they should have helped. But knowing that a company that wealthy would punch down at an independent U.S. maker while they're still soaking up all that money they made off having some of their knives made in China, my new opinion is fuck them. I don't want anything to do with it.
How long ago did the lawsuit between them and Heretic happen? His son?
I don't know the details of that. And in all honesty, I probably shouldn't have ever said that because I don't have any actual proof that it's happened, but it's common knowledge in the knife.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So I don't know for a fact. I don't know any facts about that. It was just such common knowledge that I assumed that it's true. Everybody assumes that it's true, so I don't know.
And I've talked to people that are retailers in the business that retail for them and has
But they also remember they also bullied. They were who was it? They were bullying out of
Axel. They bullied Axel out of Smoky Mountain and several other.
And that happens everywhere, guys. Like a buddy of mine owned a really successful Western wear store, and
Happy Halloween, buddy.
Another store in town that didn't even do as much business threatened to stop carrying a couple of different brands of boots. So they quit selling to this friend of mine. Like they wouldn't allow him to buy their boots anymore because they were going to lose. It made no sense because they picked the smaller store. But people get bullied out of business all the time, man.
Where it might make sense is a smaller store, or in Axial's case, pretty damn good knife at a lot lower price point. So I can see their aggressive nature to want to push them to the side. And what I'm learning, and Shane, were you here when I said Benchmade's changed their boxes?
I wasn't. I don't think. I was still waiting.
They've made them like bigger, much bigger. You know how the Salt series got changed a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So it's the first time they've changed their boxes, but what that does to a retailer.
Now the TikTok shop is going to have to redesign the boxes so that they can still sell the clones.
Right. That could, well, and the thing that I look at is it's a very expensive box, you can tell. And it's so much bigger that everyone who retails Benchmade products can't show as many knives because it takes floor space. So you think about it, it's kind of like taking a car, if you're a car dealer, and making it bigger than the lot, than your spaces in the lot. So it's one of those things too that's kind of weird. But it is what it is.
Right. Got my compliments of Cheeto Bandito, badass Tucson Tesla Cyber truck.
Dude, that's such a cool knife. That's a chisel.
It really is.
That is a chisel.
Yeah. I've always been impressed. I know people can nitpick them and find this and that, but what they're making for the money is China's. That's their lane. I mean, this is what they're, in my opinion, they're supposed to be doing. Now, if they do something better, that's fine. But my beef's always been that they're trying to sell knives at the same or higher prices than USA. When
I wanted to be able to tell you guys,
dude, it doesn't cost any more than $20 to make a Riot than it does this. But this is $100. People can argue that all they want, but it's the truth. And that's why I'm actually glad these people exist, and they're giving smaller designers a chance to get their stuff made. They may not be U.S. designers, I don't know, but
Vincent Rizzo's this guy. The reason I pulled this up, Shane, is because I wanted to give the designer credit for this little knife I just showed.
Yeah.
And I don't think he is. Let's go, because usually if you go to one of the, what happened? I guess since it's not live yet, let's see if I can click on one.
Who is this?
It's a Rook. It's Kaiser, and allegedly, when I click on, here we go, designed by Vincent Rizzo. He's a Texas native. That's Vincent. So he's a local guy.
Please tell me it's not in 1095. I don't know if y'all understand why I was so mad about that Kaiser thing.
10V
I get it,
or
man.
AEDL.
Yeah, you can buy a cheaper fixed blade knife than what I make. I know that. I'm not arguing that at all. And if that's that's all you can afford, I get it. But if Kaiser is going to do it, and typically they do it better than Ontario or hell, Tops. They do it better than a lot of those. I don't understand why Kaiser downgraded their quality to make a knife out of 95. That made no sense to me. Yeah.
That was just that big ass knife, because they probably thought that's what big ass knife we've talked about. What do people that buy those think about, right? Or want? This is that Ultra X, which is a manufacturer. I don't know if it's a USA manufacturer or a German manufacturer. They're micarta. And this little drop bears an S4 or S45.
Right.
And the other ones we were looking at, the Rooks, come in 10V, AEB. Huh?
That was a fixed blade, right?
Yeah, it's a little fixie.
What does that sell for?
It sells for, let's look at it. Now, they also have this in other blade steels. So, let me share it. And these go live, I think, tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
Joe, I agree 100%.
So, if we go over here.
I like that.
The Dodo.
That actually looks like a lot like one of the very first knives I set out to make, and I never did do it. If you look at it, does
It's
that
a
not
folder,
have a little
dude.
bit? Yeah. Oh well, but does it not have a little bit of a whippersnapper vibe? Not
It
not a
does.
direct copy. I'm not accusing them, but I wanted to do like a whippersnapper styled fixed blade, and I still haven't done it. So
I don't know where Kapuski, he's a Gittyman, is a 42-year-old from Poland, knife maker with a background in engineering and marine mechanics, blah, blah, blah. So that's his design. Huh? How much? Yeah, we're going to.
It's not going to tell you.
All right. No, it's going to tell me.
Oh.
I just got to get back up to it. It's $69.99. Nitro V.
That's within $10 of that $10.95 knife, correct? And again, this is not China bashing.
Yeah,
this is
20, within 20.
Within basic business. Why does that knife exist?
Because I think
you say this is $20 more.
Yeah, I think it's because that's what their research told them. People that buy big knives, what they like. $95. Right. So it's a marketing decision, and they don't know the knife market like we do, right?
Right.
So if we go to the one I was going to, the one you asked about, the S45.
Yeah, that thing looked a little like. Did it not have a little bit of a Nesmuk vibe to it? Maybe
the Rook. This one.
The fixed blade.
It does have kind of. Yeah, well, there's two of them. This one.
When it comes to Kaiser, I've said this before. I have two Kaisers here right now. If I'm going to buy a Kaiser knife, and I may buy another Kaiser in my lifetime, but it's going to be something like the Rook. It's not going to be the Drop Bear, and that's not because the Drop Bear is a bad knife, but the Drop Bear, I can get a knife like that from 100 different companies. It's just I don't want anything basic from Kaiser.
Right, but this one's got a secret sauce.
The couple of times I've seen it, I'm very interested. I wouldn't mind owning that, but I'm not.
$99.99 for it.
That little folder right there?
For the Ultra X or the Norplex. Yeah, the Norplex.
Scroll up so we can see the
Ultra
blade.
X is the micarta. That's a sheep's foot. They make it at a drop point and a clip point.
Yeah, I ain't interested. I don't see that one.
And it has tweezers and toothpicks in the ass end, like a Swiss Army knife.
This folder on screen right now. Can you see what we're looking at?
That's not a folder. Oh wait, what the fuck am I showing?
It's a handle. I don't know. That's why I'm confused.
No, it didn't move like it was supposed to. That's not bad.
Looking folder a minute ago. And all I was saying is, if I'm going to buy a Kaiser, that's what I want them to do. I like the fact that they put stuff out there that 80% of the knife market looks at and is like, what even is that? Why is it shaped like that? I understand that's hard for sales, but that's what I'm interested in from Kaiser and Concept.
They call it a modified Crambit, ready for self-defense, pocket-friendly design.
I know, but I really want to see it.
I'm going to show it to you, bitch. Hold on.
You flashed it, and then the rest of the time it was just a handle.
Well, I thought I was showing you something. I thought it was moving with me. So I've got several pulled up here, and now that one's not showing up. Where is it?
You know, like Terry's knife, we can sell. You know, and I've said this before, and I hope you don't hear this because I don't mean any offense. Yeah, I like that. But like Bearded Doom's knife, I understand Kevin's style and his personality, and that knife is definitely, it's a child of his mind.
It's not moving it. However, it's not letting me share it. It's not letting me share it.
That's all I wanted. I can see it perfectly.
Yeah, but I was trying to show you the designer.
But I don't like that knife. Nothing about that knife attracts me, just like the style.
The fact that somebody put it out.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. But like Terry's, because I think the bloodstone, whatever he calls that knife, the soul stone. I think for me and my personality, it pushed too far into fantasy. It just doesn't match my personality. Terry's, I feel like, is a perfect balance of just a really good sheepfoot EDC knife, and he added just enough fantasy aspect to it to make it interesting, but not where I would be embarrassed to show it to some of my buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about the Orlock?
My Buck 110 carrying buddies aren't going to make fun of that knife. That's why I think the Orlock was ingenious, in all honesty. Like he balanced everything just right and made a really good knife that Concept, Kaiser, whoever, that's what they should be making.
It's absolutely one of my favorites. And
I don't want a knife that looks like a bug out from Kaiser. I'll just buy a damn bug out.
Yeah, it's totally original.
Yeah. I was going to buy one yesterday when I got paid. Dude, I have been hit, John. I don't even want to talk about how much money I've spent. I've been hit so hard, dude, with unforeseen expenses. But I'm going to be fine.
Emergency expenses that come up.
Yeah, man. Like for the past month, the only vehicle that hasn't been in the shop is my piece of shit truck. Everything else has been in the shop 3-4 times. And it's just eating the money away. But on the other hand, if you want a really nice U.S. made, badass.
Talk about that knife. Talk about that. Let me make you big for 1 second, just so you can say that clip point off.
Man, I had no interest. I used to say I don't like clip points. That was not true because I love the Buck 110 style clip point. I don't like the Bowies that get tall right here. And me and Bob DeMarco have been joking about it for years. So I told him, I said, tell you what, I'll make you a clip point to give away that's my style. So I made this, not this exact one, but I made one just like this and sent it to him. And he gave it away. And the first batch sold out. So I decided on the second batch. The second batch is now sold out. I'm already having to order steel for a third batch.
What's that made out of? And by the way, it looks so smooth. Your grind looks just.
Yeah, this is Pops Pro Cut. So this is not stainless. This will require some maintenance. I'm going to order some CPL. I think that was the one that Big Red tested. That was the best protectant he tested.
Right.
I'll order some of that and coat these in it before I ship them out. And I'm also going to do. I may do some black washed and tumbled, but and I was going to do this with it. But you're right, dude. I'm not bragging, but those grind lines, that thing is so slick looking. I hate to acid wash it.
And the sharpening choil looks on point. And I can't say enough about
your real sharpening choil, by the way. So I figured you'd like that. I drilled that.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
So this may pass the thug.
Hey Mason, what's up, brother?
This may pass the thug up in the next couple of months for most sold knife. The guys I bought, this is not Terry Sheath.
Oh, Mills.
I want to explain that. This is a local sheath maker here, and this is a local knife. Like I'm hand delivering it tomorrow.
He handed you he wanted the sheath to be that.
Somebody might ask, why I would.
Hey, hold your thought for 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
Again, I love you, Paul.
I wanted to show it up close because I showed it on Instagram. It is good work.
It's expensive though, right?
It's expensive. It's way more expensive than Terry. It's no more utilitarian at holding a knife than what Terry makes. And it would be a longer wait. So I'm not pushing people to buy these because you're going to pay $60 more for the package. Just not $60 more to have a sheet, $60 more than what you would have paid for Terry's. So this is a buddy of mine. I am trying to promote him locally, but I'm not out there advertising, hey, you can get this sheath or you can get Terry's. There's a price difference. I'd rather stick with Terry because let me tell you something, man. From what I've seen from Terry, and I hope this doesn't hurt his feelings. I know he's in here. This is a better sheath than he makes, right? It's not a better. This is a more refined sheath than the last sheath I handled that Terry made. However, it won't be long at all. It might be the very next sheath. It won't be long at all before Terry catches this, maybe even surpasses it. And he needs to go up. Terry, you need to go up on me. You know, I'm only hurting myself here, but to be sustainable, you're gonna have to raise your prices. But they may not ever be $100 for a sheath. I don't know.
And every fret's going to come with one of these sheets.
I only want
As
to
long as
explain
Terry will
that
make them. I think it's fantastic, but I haven't held what Shane's held.
a couple of people have asked, you know, am I switching makers? No, I'm not. This is a local maker option. I mean, if you just really want one, I can get, you know, I can do that. But if you ask me for the price difference, because the fanciness doesn't, it's not that
make
big
it
of
any more functional.
Right. It's no more functional, but it's way more expensive. And
what I was showing Shane while you held it up was the tightness of the stitching is consistent with what's important in a sheath.
This is that. Is it Horween?
Horween is, I think, what you were saying it is.
Me and Terry had talked about it, but this is expensive stuff. I just wanted to explain while showing somebody other than Terry Sheets on Instagram. These were both local sales. And the one with the snake skin, that guy bought that knife, and he's actually best friends with Gary. And so he told me to take it straight to Gary to get a sheath made. But yeah,
okay.
It's an option, but I'm not pushing it because I would, like I said, I don't think it'll be long at all. It may even be right now. I just haven't handled Terry's last. Like I saw the wallet that he made, Kyle, and compared to my wallet, that's $100 wallet all day, dude. It's $100 wallet all day. Now, it's fancier than my wallet that Terry made me, but I'm telling you, unless I lose that wallet, I will never not carry that wallet. It's that good. And it may not be that good for you. It's perfect for me with my lack of dexterity in my thumbs and struggling to get cards out. Terry fucking nailed that thing, dude. And I don't even know what he sells them for right now.
Minimalistic front pocket wallets are what it's all about. Because
I'm telling y'all, Terry's making me busy. we got a bunch of sheaths to make coming up really quick. So jump on that now, man. Get with Terry about sheath. And I've seen keep in mind too, guys, I'm not good at Kydex. I have no passion for it, so I'm probably never going to get better at it. It's just not what I want to do. If you want Kydex, you know, we have an option for that too. Yako, I have no problem sending a knife to Yako to have a Kydex sheath made. So, you know, I don't mind paying for it, and you pay. We'll figure that out. I'm not making any money off of what either one of those guys do.
I'm just surprised. I mean, and I know you hate it, and that's the only thing that matters. If you don't get any joy out of making it, screw it. But I just
don't have a passion for it.
Because I just know I see people that are lesser that are. But
then again, John, you said I didn't have a passion for scales. Remember, that's why I was excited about Brian doing them, and then, you know, neither Brian nor I, either one, realized it was a little more of an undertaking than he has time for. But now I love scales. You know, it's actually my favorite part of the knife.
And I think I know how
I got something to show you.
I think if you could, and I think I can help you do it just from researching it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's hard to do to make a good taco sheath. I think once you get your sheath perfected the way you want to, you would enjoy making them.
Well, you're probably right, but for right now, with my health stuff the way it is, dude, I don't
focus on absolutely.
I don't have time to make the like I'd like to. So for the time being,
Happy Halloween, Lord Needham.
For the time being, I'd rather lose a few dollars, charge you a little less, and let you send it to Yako for Kydex or Terry for leather.
I totally get it.
I love the idea because, you know, I'm new and I'm growing. I love the idea of watching people that are associated grow around me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Watching people grow. I mean, the whole thing.
This is what I'm excited about, though.
You better pull a bunch of mushrooms out of there. Oh, that's your carbon. I know what that is.
That's shredded carbon fiber. And this is shredded full. So I'm about to start doing my own shred carbon fiber scales in all different kinds of color combinations. I've got blue, purple, green, red. I can just do the black shred carbon fiber with colored epoxy in almost any color. I can do the Tiffany blue carbon fiber. Never been done. And I can do that starting this weekend.
I hope you enjoy that, dude. I hope you have fun with it.
I love this part of it. In all honesty, I've kind of settled on the stills.
You said 60 days ago, well, no, 6 months ago, you hated it.
I know. And I've kind of settled in on the stills that I like to work with and what, I want to represent my brand. So now all my passion, dude, I'm up at 4:00 in the morning looking on industrial websites for things that aren't necessarily knife scale materials, but
you're innovating.
Yeah, I thought I had some coming. I really want to do some titanium shaving. Titanium. I want to do some titanium micarta. What I mean by that is Alex Steingraber has pounds of these titanium shavings that come out of his CNC machine. I want to wash those, possibly anodize them. I'm not sure yet, but and press them in epoxy so that you'll have a shred titanium micarta. And as long as the titanium is exposed, so I can then send that knife to Terry, and it would have a whatever color epoxy you want. Literally, I've got more than the rainbow, and so I can send it to him. So your epoxy will be whatever color you want, and then Terry can anodize the shred titanium. Alex Steingraber was supposed to be sending me a box. I have a feeling. I don't think he forgot me. I think Alex is trying to be an asshole. I think what he's going to do is he's going to send me a fucking box I can't pick up because he's that kind of sarcastic asshole. So I think he's waiting and packing this box because, Alex is the kind of guy, he'll spend $100 on shipping just because he thought it was stupid that I asked him if he had any titanium shavings. So hopefully I get that soon and start with that.
Well, I thought you were going to get to see the Halloween knives, but I guess not.
No, the feral cat is taking over.
You know what's weird about this cat?
What?
Every time it hears me talk, it wants to be somewhere close to me.
Yeah.
And it bites is how it communicates, but it doesn't break the skin bites. But it makes me squirt it with my little sharpening solution.
She did this love nibble. That's how. Yeah.
I'm not into it. I'm not receptive to the love nibble. We're trying to break that habit.
My test subject on this shred car, I already know I can do it because I've done it. I just didn't have the quality materials that I wanted to be able to put it on the knife, and now I do. But
well, you've done some amazing things with your scales.
I'm really thankful that I've got people like Paul Mills. Paul's been waiting a little too long on his knife, and we've already talked about that. He's very understanding, and I'm very appreciative. But I had some kind of plain Jane red shred carbon fiber I was going to put on his knife. And I was really hoping that phone call would go the way I wanted it to. And it did. He was like, hey, man, I'm not in a hurry. If you want to do this and you come up with something really cool, I'd rather have that. So I love having Paul's stuff to kind of test the waters on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Paul's a little bit bougie.
And he's also got a discerning eye and a discerning taste, right? So it's a good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, Mason. Imagine that if I did like a cobalt blue epoxy, but it's into a pressed layer of titanium shavings, and Terry dipped that knife into the saline solution and anodized the shavings like that electric green color that you can. Man, that would be badass, and nobody's ever done it that I know of. I've not seen it. I didn't take credit for the Scotch-Brite micarta, which I love. Yako's got the best example of my Scotch-Brite micarta on his. I'm sorry, Tyler. I never can remember that. The Avenger. I can't remember. But anyway, he's got the best example of that. But I didn't. That wasn't a Shane original either. I saw a guy do a small bolster, like an inch piece of it, and decided I wanted to do scales. And luckily, Tyler, the vigilante.
The vigilante.
Yeah. Luckily, Tyler is easy to excite. You know, I like people like that. Like you can tell, hey man, I got this idea. Why don't we try this? And he was on board. So, but I will say this: I got Tyler his 1095 vigilante back to him. I'm not a fan of 1095, but even in 1095, his vigilante, depending on how he finishes it, you know, his grind's yet to be seen, but his vigilante looks way better than the vigilante I made him. And I feel bad about that, but a lot of times when you get a drawing, like, man, that camera angle can be just a hair off. So by the time I get it and I take that and move it to a piece of steel, sometimes the designs, it's just not exactly what they had in mind. You know, the vigilante I made Tyler is not exactly what he wanted, but he was super cool about it. He's like, man, I love it. He's like, you know, and then when he sent me that, he's like, this is exactly what I wanted to look like. And he's right. It's a better looking knife. So I'm excited to see what he does with those.
Well, I look at it when anything is kind of like a collaboration, right? Like with the fret, you made some changes that needed to be made that I didn't draw, but that make the knife that much better, right? So
they still are. To this day, every fret out of that first batch is a hair different. There's little small differences in them because, you know, I wasn't sure about an idea, so I only did one or two of them that way. They're all a little bit different. They're all a little bit unique, but
that's a good thing, though.
Right, as I do that, I'm getting towards, you know, that final decision. This is the end product. This is where it's going to stick. You know, right now, one of the biggest ones, you know, Kyle and I have talked about it. Kyle doesn't think it needs a sharpening tool. It's like, Shane, your plunge is like spider code.
It is
a clean, abrupt plunge. It don't need a sharpening tool. However, knowing that when I send it to Jared Neve, he's going to complain about it not having the sharpening tool, I feel like I should add a sharpening tool.
No, because he doesn't complain about spider codes. If it doesn't hit the stone and it allows him, which I've sharpened them.
It will hit the stone. It's just if you don't take the time to remove that extra material right at the plunge, then you're going to develop a little bit of smile, and not everybody. I'm not even good at that. All my spider codes have got just a little bit of sweep right at the end of the sharpened blade, but it doesn't bother me. But
very nice. Pac-Man looking ghost.
Are you saying that won't work? So are you saying it won't work because it's individual pieces of titanium, so the electricity can't pass through? Is that the issue? Can't anode the tie in the scales if they are.
Where am I?
Well, all we're talking about anode is the exposed titanium. Maybe we should have this conversation not on a live. But yeah, I was just talking about anode and just the exposed. So when you look at it and it's finished, there'll be, you know, little speckles of titanium everywhere. Just that anode and that surface layer of what you can see. I don't know if you can just dip it to do that, or if you have to touch each piece. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, it's experimental, right? I mean, that's part of the fun. It's coming up with it and how it's going to look and what's going to work.
We can't ahead of time because I'll have to sand it, so I'd end up sanding the anode off. We'll figure it out, though. Yeah.
Again, part of the fun. I agree. I think, and just Richard knows this. The Lucky Dog knives, which are actually, I think, laser cut or wire cut, something. They're all different because they're hand ground. The sharpening choils put in manually by David, and that's part of the character of it.
Are his scales laser cut where they just bolt right on, or does some of them have a little differences in them?
I think they might have. The three
you
I
can
have
them laser cut and bolt them on, but when you go to finish them, one's going to be a little different than the other. You know, when you go to
because he hand finishes them, so you could have one close.
Yeah, like I agree with Richard. I like the clean look of Richard's without a lanyard hole.
Richard's my favorite.
I think the lanyard hole hurts the look of the knife until you add a lanyard. because it's so short and there's so much of it inside the sheath, you add the lanyard and the hole makes perfectly good sense. If you're not a lanyard guy, then it looks better without the hole. So it's either a hole with something in it or no hole, in my opinion. That's why I was glad.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like
something like, and I know Terry can do this too, but I didn't put that on there. He put that on there to go with the.
And I never think about this as being a reason for a lanyard, but it does make it easier to pull it out of your pocket.
For me, it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Huge. If it's got like a ball on it, something, that when I run my finger up the cord, look at that, and I hit it so it catches.
YouTube terms of service.
I have a really hard time doing this and pinching and grabbing just the tip of the handle and pulling it out. My fingers don't work good that way. But if I can run my fingers up that short piece of lanyard and hit a bead, and pop that knife out, I can pop it out and like swing it around into my hand, and I'm good to go. So I do enjoy a lanyard. I know my buddy Puerto Rican with a knife likes to talk about it's like we're retards. We use lanyards, but lanyards
some of them work really well. I think
some knives benefit from a lanyard, some don't. This knife, this lanyard does nothing for this. I mean, it's not useful. You know what I mean? It doesn't. However, there's so much of the knife, again, hidden that, I can catch my pinky in that and pop that knife out a lot easier than I can with the tips of my fingers. But that's just me and my crazy fingers.
And Kay Mason probably said that as a joke, but I'm thinking that is the way my whole knife hike has been when I would never even look at slit joint. It changes.
Yeah. I didn't know I was a clip point guy until I started making them. And now I'm in love with this thing,
But that's what makes the hobby fun. I mean, you should evolve at some point. I mean, you don't have to.
I wanted to tell y'all the lesson I've learned, though.
Which one? I mean, this could take a while.
This is in the knife making world, we would call this an affordable steel, this Pro Cut. I love it because it's affordable and it outperforms any carbon steel we've seen today. So I'm excited about that. However, making this knife, once I figured in just the difference in this piece of steel before it was ever a knife between this and S90V. If I'd made this knife at S90V, I saved a little bit of work time because this is a little easier to work with, but the price savings is about $40, $30 to $40. So I'm really curious. For those of you who in the market and buy knives, is a Pro Cut knife that's $30 cheaper. Is it worth that to have Pro Cut instead of Magna Cut? I still don't know. I mean, Magna Cut's going to, hold an edge slightly longer than this. I don't know about the toughness. This shit's pretty tough, but
Cicero.
That's just an answer.
Thank you, brother.
To be answered is a $30 to $40 savings worth a step, because it is a step down in steel. Don't get me wrong. It's a step down from Magna Cut. It's not a step down on this knife from S90V because I don't want a knife this big in S90V.
Hold that pose for 3 seconds.
S90V. S90V, doesn't have much toughness.
Cicero, thank you, brother. Stop by tomorrow at 2:30 if you're available, and you don't have to stay. It's Secret Word Game. We have an hour live stream every Saturday, and come see us.
Yeah. I do want to say I'm proud of a couple of people. I'm not going to call them out. They're not in here, I don't think. But here a few months ago when I was poking the pig at old Ben Belkin, that was, I'm sure all you guys know, that was purely out of fun. I don't think he copied my knife, and he answered that question perfectly when he commented and said, as well as I do, I want nothing to do with you. Dude, I gained more respect for Ben from that comment. But anyway, there were some people who, jumped on the bandwagon attacking me a little bit. They didn't take it too far. It was all within, the realm of the fun of being a troll. But some of those same people have been very receptive, and I appreciate it. One of them reached out to me about making him a knife, actually. And this guy's having a knife made right now. He's got a knife in production. And I just had to be honest with him. The design that he wants, I'm not ready to do yet. You know, Aiden ordered a Tanto from me over a year ago. I wasn't ready. So, you know what? I'm pretty sure these are 9 inches. I don't have anything here to measure with. I know I don't because I looked. But it's a full-size knife. I mean, I've got XL hands, and I've just got a little hanging out. But, yeah, I think these are 9 inches. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because when I bought the first 36-inch stick, I made 4 of them.
I think that was just a closer geek machine. It's saying that, you know, it's all in fun. No harm, no foul.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was just talking about, though, Geek. That was, I don't know if you heard all of it, but that was me being a troll. And you know, if you hate trolls, then you may hate me, and that's okay. I was just poking fun. But I was just impressed at the amount of people that jumped on Ben's side. Hey, man, nothing wrong with having your buddies back. But at the same time, they've all been very civil since. And, you know, I appreciate that. That's all I'm saying.
I have not seen Panda personally.
Okay, no. None of us are associating with Panda at the moment.
You go to the tanning bed today, Shane?
Huh?
You go to the tanning bed today?
You know, Amber walked in and asked why my face was red. I don't know. I feel fine, but I am a little flush.
Could it be your lights?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if prednisone will do that or not. But
yeah, probably.
They definitely.
I'm right in the middle of a steroid pack of prednisone. So that's
let me tell you something. You know, you're not supposed to go out in the sun when you're taking that because you're very, very.
I was in the sun very little today, but I mean, you know, just like from my truck to indoors and back. But I don't.
That's probably where you got the color.
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah. How are you, Kyle?
I'm okay. How are you?
Man, I'm living.
Geek Machinist, I apologize. I wasn't trying to start more crap about Ben. I was actually bragging on his fanboys. So
yeah, and I think at the end of the day, you guys are buddies. I mean, if you saw each other, y'all shake each other's hands.
We actually. I mean, I don't have anything against Ben, man. We've, you know, we got along great for a long time, and you know, I have issues with some of it, and that's fine, man. You know. I don't have to agree with what he does, but you know, I'm coming around a little bit. I'll say this: I was impressed that he had a knife made with LT Wright. It was LT Wright, correct?
Yeah, it was LT Wright.
I'm impressed by that.
Or was it right? White River.
Whichever one it is, it gives them more exposure and sales, possibly to a crowd that they wouldn't have. So that's cool. And as far as the whole collusion thing goes, when I started that little troll session, I honestly didn't know that Jacob Creates had designed that knife. I think John informed me that Ben didn't design it; it was Jacob Creates. So at the same time, Jacob Creates is he's a very good maker. He's a very good designer. We poke fun about the Chickadee, but I actually love that knife. I just don't own one. But I think it's cool that, you know, he's willing to pass a little money on to another U.S. designer and help him get his stuff made. You know, and the rank of things from good to evil, you know, there's levels. And I think he's made some positive moves in my opinion. I'll just say that. How's that
Absolutely.
sound? I'm trying really hard to be a more civil person. Like I've commented on KC's Facebook several times here lately, and I know he's super confused as to why I'm not being nice to him. I mean, what I posted was the truth. He posted that he just hit 25,000 on YouTube, and I told him congrats. You know, he earned it. He worked for it, which is true. He did.
Yeah, absolutely. 25,000 or 25 million views, I think, is what he hit.
Okay.
He's well over that in subscribers.
Yeah, he put in the work.
No, but I'll say this: you have definitely changed because we've talked offline, and you're still going to have your opinions. Why should you not? I mean, nobody should. I think that's what makes good
Geek
dialogue.
Geek Machinist is also 100% correct. if you get on your soapbox and bitch about something, there comes a point where everybody's heard it so many times that you're just bitching. You know what I mean? Everybody's heard it. There's no new news. You're not converting anybody, whatever. I think at this point, people know I hope by now they know my stance, my true stance. But, so yeah, I'm just trying to back off a little bit. I don't want to be an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole. Now, with the collusion thing that was just fun.
Well, being a troll's fun. It's because
when they sent me that picture of Donnie B with that knife, dude, I literally laughed out loud. I was like, yes, this is going to be fun. But
it's just, I mean, again, it's all in good fun, but some people get, and the reason I think it's fun, because I watch it in other communities, is the people that it gets under their skin.
Yeah. Man, people get under my skin all the time. I try not to whine about it in the chat.
Yeah, there's no need to. I try to I don't agree with everything I see.
I'm the worst kind of troll because I have feelings. To be a troll, you really need to not have feelings. But I do. I get my feelings hurt all the time, man. I just, you know, I wasn't raised that way to complain.
What are those you're talking about, Shane?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Feelings.
What are those things called?
Feelings.
Oh.
Feelings. How's that?
And I think the last
that was something new to me. Whatever they mean.
I know you don't have any. That's why I love you.
It's a balance. It's a yin and yang thing. But I think the last 5 minutes show a lot of your growth, as you just explained. You know, your evolution.
I think
and
a lot of my friends in the community, people who've been around, you know, since I was in the bathtub on Grateful Panics lives, I think a lot of them have realized that, you know, I'm a little fucked up.
Well, I know. I think we're all. I can say.
Yeah, but I definitely have some manic depressive issues, and when I'm manic, I'm great, and when I'm depressive, sometimes I think I'm trying to
get triggered.
Sometimes I think I'm trying to be funny, and then a couple of days later, I was like, "No, I was just being an asshole."
I was just being mean.
Yeah, maybe I need to not do that as often. But yeah,
Henry G, channel member, what's up?
B Shady, what kind of news you get from Jacob on your Vanguard?
That's why I every once in a while, like this past week or so, I've just taken a break from social media, just because I get burnt out and tired. I don't want to deal with and talk to people.
Yeah, I don't want another Friday night flicks like we had a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it was fun for a little while, but I let myself get a little worked up. You know, instead of being an asshole in front of a camera, I checked out.
Hey, you know what? What are they talking about? Irish goodbye? Those are fully understandable and okay.
That's one thing about depression or manic, whatever it's called, is that you can start a spiff like that and complete fun, and 15 minutes later you're the one that's upset, and you started the shit. You know what I mean? That's just a downside.
You're gonna make me pull up Klingenweks live. Don't talk like that, because this guy goes from total highs to total fucking just freak out lows, and
we all love you, buddy. But
nobody wants to see that shit.
Fuck about Steel Toe. We don't want to hear about it.
I said Klingenweks. I didn't say Steel Toe Good.
I know.
Steel Toe's old news. He's not even. He got out of jail, by the way.
Same shit, different person.
Yeah, I get it that dude. I watch shit on YouTube that I don't talk about.
he's an awesome dude, B Shady.
And the only drama channel I watch is, if you can call it drama. And I don't mean, I know you are going to think I mean this sexually, but it's not. But I am infatuated with Shoe on Head. I love that girl. I absolutely love that girl. Just because, she speaks her mind. She's not disrespectful about it, but she seems like she's got a good head on shoulders. But she covers a lot of like her last video, I think was called "Are Men Okay?" or "What's Wrong with Men?" or something. But she gets attacked from both sides. Liberals call her conservative. Conservatives call her liberal. She's just kind of right down the middle and just gives her opinion on, how things are going. It's not a channel you would think 54-year-old me would watch, because it's not. I mean, she's cute, but it's not It's not like that, I guess is what I'm saying. She's Penguin Zero's sister.
Penguin, see, that's totally out of my, because that's real life stuff, right?
Well, Penguin Zero's made a living out of calling out bullshit channels, scams, people.
I watch CoffeeZilla for that stuff because I know what you're talking about.
Well, they're connected. They're all connected. Them and that shit. You'll know him when you see him, dude. He's got like really long, stringy black hair.
Many of you know I've been on this quest of trying to prove the paranormal exists while not being a believer in it, even slightly myself.
This dude's like, I mean, he's one of those YouTube millionaires. He's big. And his younger sister is Shoe on Head. She's not as big as him, but she only posts like once a month.
So, are y'all familiar with Atlas 3I, the asteroid alien ship that's surrounding the sun right now?
I'm not worried about it.
But are you familiar with it?
Yeah. Did you watch Elon Musk on Joe Rogan today?
No.
Well, it's mostly nickel, and no intelligent alien race would build something that big out of fucking nickel because it's too heavy. It's nickel and iron. It's
what's making it change speed? What's making it change speed and stuff? I don't know.
According to him, that shit just happens. It could be the shape of it. It could be the effect of a gravitational pull from 1,000 light years ago.
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
It's just now happening. You know what I mean? We don't know enough to. We don't know enough.
I don't follow that stuff.
Charlie.
That stuff.
Charlie, that's right, B. Shady.
Well, it's a comet or something. It's definitely something out there.
Yeah. So Shady says, so the Vanguard Mary that he is making me in CTSXHP did not come up to par, so he's sending it to me as a user for free and is remaking it.
And he even tried to pay for shipping, and Jacob wouldn't have it.
Yeah, it's very good of him. And customers like you are the only reason why new makers exist. You know, I'm not proud of the knife, the first knife that I sold Shady. I was when I sold it to him. I'm not now. But, you know, he...
That's a good one, Jeffrey.
He's glad to have it. But, you know, the fact that you're being understanding means the world to Jacob, I guarantee you. Because like Paul Mills, I had Paul Mills' knife done, his first knife. Kyle had it, sharpening it. And he called me. He's like, Bubba, this thing is 40 thousandths at the edge. It's like, Kyle, there's no way. It's like, I measured it. It was 15 thousandths at that. He said, I'm telling you. And the only thing we could figure, and this is possible because I way over etched it and I way over tumbled it. So the only thing I can figure was that etching ate that thinnest part of the metal up, and the tumbling helped knock it off, because by the time Kyle got it, it was 40 thousandths. And that is not what Paul wanted. He wanted a slicey knife. So I had to call him and tell him, I was like, dude, it's already at Kyle's, and it's not what you paid for it. So he gave me the time to make him another one.
Yeah, just because I knew that's exactly what he wanted. That, I mean, he would have liked the knife, but it wasn't what he wanted. So it wouldn't have done any justice to.
Kyle, Mason's comment.
I don't want him to have it if that's the case. You know, I don't want him to save face online about, yeah, man, I appreciate it, and you know, in real life he's not happy. I don't want that.
You got anything close to you that you've made sharp lately? That's what K Mason's wanting to see.
Yeah, nothing not uber recent, but this
holy shit, is that yours?
That's lightweight.
Yeah, that's Ryan's.
I can't believe you haven't put scales on that yet.
That's impressive, dude.
Let me see if I can find mine. I mean, I shouldn't have a hard time. I just carried it today because I carry it almost every day. That was not a firearm, by the way.
Well, good.
I stepped on some packaging.
The bubbles?
Yeah, but it was one of the, you know, those that make just like the 2 or 3 big, huge bubbles. I just unbought some stuff tonight and left it laying there. But
will that suffice for you, K Mason?
Look at that, Richard.
That's the same knife that Kyle was just showing.
With scales.
With AWT scales. And I think, Kyle, didn't you put some tune-up parts in the lock? Didn't I buy something for the lock too?
Yeah, you bought the spring.
Yeah, I bought the weaker spring. Yeah, because the weaker spring's a necessity for me. Might not be for you, but I enjoy it.
Paul, he hadn't made it to get his nuts snipped yet because he just came inside, I guess, about 2 weeks ago. And he spends a lot of time chasing ass. He's worn the fuck out.
I also wash with that too, Shane.
Oh, that's right. I use this knife all the time, and it's still razor sharp. I still have officially cut nothing with that Rex 121 because my plan was to carry and use this till it got dull, switch to the Rex 121 while Kyle was sharpening this, but it got dull yet.
Is that the Sage or the Mannix, Kyle? I mean,
that's a Mannix. I don't have a Sage here.
I've got a Sage 5 in Rex 121 over there that's going to John for a scale swap. The scales are here. They've been here. I just haven't been mobile enough to go to the post office.
I did a video today that aired today on my most carried October knives, and I've got the Chickadee that Kyle sharpened, 3 years ago, Kyle?
Probably now, close to that.
Yeah, one of your first, or an early knife, and that thing is so freaking sharp still. And I use that knife.
That was one of my first 40 knives I did.
Jeffrey, congratulations, dude.
You got contoured scales for a knife? Have I seen contoured
Hey,
scales?
check this out, Shane.
Send me a picture of that, Jeffrey. I don't know if I've ever seen contoured scales on an ABW.
Here's a little teaser. Unboxing coming soon. I'm sending it back to him. But this is a Gen 1.
Gen 1 what?
American Blade Works. Michael's
really?
knife. Yeah. Start on my table.
Well, speaking of
I just
American
haven't had
Blade
a chance
Works,
to unbox it yet.
Just for those of y'all who think I may have been lying, I was in talks with Michael about making a thug folder. And the only reason that hasn't happened yet is because all I have to do is send one to Sharif or a few good pictures of it for him to draw up the CAD. That's all he's waiting on. But as exciting as that is to me, I'm still more excited about making things myself. So that still may happen in the future. I don't know. I may have blown that by waiting too long. But
here you go, Shane.
What? Oh man!
See, I was just pulling it up. Did you find it? Did you share it?
Dude, I like it a lot. I'm not a big contoured scales fan, but I do believe on the Model 1. I think as long as it's not a heavy contour, I think a slight contour fits that knife. As much as I love flat scales, I kind of thought it made the Model 1 look a little unfinished.
I wish these were flat, but these are some of my favorite scales I've seen on that age vintage micarta.
Yeah. That's gotten better looking over time, hasn't it?
Yeah, my lighting
it looked a little cheap.
Well, there. That's the color. That's the color originally, and then there's how it's aged.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Yeah, I was worried you weren't going to be happy with it because it looked a little plasticky when it was brand new, but it's aging nicely.
Yeah,
Shady's got an Aries knife coming too. That's cool.
I love his lanyards. His lanyards, he does really tight, like little pigtails, kind of.
I forgot about that, Paul. I did your 80-20-25. I forgot about that one.
I forgot that it was Shady that has been showing off that TJ Schwartz Overland folder. I don't know if you know this, Shady. And I'm embarrassed to admit this. I do not remember what knife you got from me. I've seen you post it a couple of times, and I was super proud of that. But I still can't remember what design it was. But one of those first designs I ever made that I called the Trailhead, it was supposed to be like a camp cook knife. I know Patina Turner's got one. Cole Broke-Ass Knives has got. I don't even remember who else got them. But that knife was heavily influenced by the Overland. Even the name, because when you're overlanding, you do all your cooking at the trailhead. Wherever you stop to park. Anyway, so I like that knife. What I'm getting at, B Shady.
I got to review a fixed blade, and the folder that B Shady's got looks awesome.
I want to revisit the trailhead one day as a camp cook knife, but I think I'm going to need to find a slightly different audience for it. And I think just if I changed the design just a little and just brought it up to par with what I could do now, I think that'd make a really, really cool camp cook knife. It's not for baton and wood. It's literally for cutting bacon instead.
I'm trying to remember when he got that.
Who? Shady?
Yeah.
The Shady bought very early. I remember it was blue. I know that. But he bought that way early. I think it made, for some reason I'm thinking it was like a bird and trout style knife he got from me. But Shady, send me a picture of it. I know you got one on your phone somewhere.
I'm trying to find his shipping label so there I could find info on it. I could pull up the problem is I don't have it listed under B Shady. I must have listed under his name. So I'm trying to find, I'm not going to say it on here out loud. So that's why I'm trying to.
Shane, you trying asymmetrical grinds? K Mason's do it up there for you.
Okay, don't make me look dumb. Because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Let's see.
I think some of the bushcraft knives are like that Fibonacci grind knife I've got. It's definitely asymmetrical, I would think, but I could be thinking wrong.
I mean, we're talking like a recurve tent. I'm not sure.
No, he's talking about one side is the grind. So one side is going to be a different angle than the other side. It's asymmetrical.
I haven't. Well, kind of. And not a whole lot of people know this, but nobody knows this. I've told nobody this, actually. I'm not comfortable doing an S grind on a kitchen knife yet, but my kitchen knives are fully flat ground on one side. The other side has a very slight.
I got to turn the light off over here. Look at Puck.
What's the word I'm looking for, Kyle?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. What were you saying?
My kitchen knives are full flat ground. If you're holding it and pointing it out, the left side is full flat ground. The right side has not concave, but the opposite, has a little
convex.
Bit of convex grind to it. And we're talking about maybe a difference of 1.5 thou from the top to the bottom. It's just got
it's a slight bias to.
Right. I do that on purpose. Because I'm grinding them so thin, I don't want them to be fragile. So that left a little bit of meat to add some toughness. And I was hoping it would help because it's not perfectly flat. I was hoping it would help the food release because I'm not comfortable doing an S grind yet. I don't actually know. I've got meat heads here. I've been practicing with it. I don't have any issues with stuff sticking. I mean, every now and then you have to.
Let's see, Knife Monkey. Good evening. Happy Halloween.
I have to French fry off the edge of it when I'm cutting stuff like that.
Well, you would notice a difference once you tried an S grind. They're totally different.
Right.
But I don't see his list.
I don't have anything with a true mechanical feed in order to add certain aspects. Like I'd like to do the scallops run down the blade, but to nail that by hand is almost impossible. I'm not saying nobody can do it, but I can't do it yet.
Well, you're doing an S grind. You're actually doing
I do have a knife coming out that many of you may have seen. I kick myself every time I talk about something that's coming before I'm ready. First of all, chat, please answer that. How many of you guys have seen this stupid little $25 piece of shit stubby fixed blade that's supposed to go in your watch pocket? And it's got like that hammered texture, and they spray painted it black, and it's made out of fucking roofing tin that they're selling for $25 all over Instagram. Y'all seen that Instagram commercial? The guy pulls it out of his watch pocket. Anyway, I had a local guy send me the video and ask me if I could make him something like that. And I was like, not for fucking $25. I can't. He's like, no, I want it. I know that thing's garbage and made in China. I want it made nice. So I'm about to do a whole batch of those. And it will be the most affordable knife I've sold yet. So, but those are still a little bit out. I really wanted to get a batch of them ready for Christmas. That way, I think they'd be a great gift idea for, right at $100. Kyle, you there?
He probably had to get a check on his dog or something.
Yeah.
I think Richard's and then are going to be back around the house. Is it y'all still thinking Christmas?
I don't know if I can find the ad. I don't remember how he sent it to me either. But it's all over Instagram, man. I mean, it's literally like, I'm guessing that knife's 3.5 inches, but it's a little bit tall. It's actually got some decent grind to it. And again, I probably shouldn't be talking about this before I do it, but Kyle knows and John both knows. When I very first started this, I really wanted to do a chisel ground knife. And that thing is so short, and it's going to be in thin material. I'm going to chisel grind one side of it. And the side that has a chisel grind on it is also going to have a very thin scale. But the back side of the knife is going to be completely flat. So I think it'll be really cool. Be a great cutter.
Jeffrey's got a question for you, bro.
I gave all those away to people that I knew would use them. There's one that is currently 50 miles outside of Anchorage in an Inuit village. And the last time I checked with the kid, they had cleaned 9 moose with it. And so far, all they do is strap it on their leather, homemade elk skin leather pants or whatever. That was really probably the most important of the testing of that knife.
I'm envious of you guys, Richard.
Those people are doing what they do to survive and live. So their opinion meant a lot to me. And I was kind of hoping they would have some design change ideas, but they just seem to be super happy with it. So I don't know. I just don't know how well it would do on here. It's ugly. Kyle's seen it. Kyle's it ugly?
Extremely.
Yeah, it's an ugly little knife.
But it's purpose driven. There's a difference.
Right. I made that knife so when you do this, which would be you laying your finger down the spine of a blade, you go up in a carcass, and your fingertip is protecting the tip so it don't poke any organs, so you can get up in there and work through that connective tissue and
without puncturing a stomach or something.
Right. And like I said, dude, they cleaned 9 moose with that thing. That's impressive.
K Mason word. You see K Mason's note?
Don't follow Emerson with grind on the wrong side for the right hand. Yeah. I don't. They're all going to be right-handed knives. If you hold the knife straight out ahead of you, the grind is going to be on this side. And I think of that because I cut everything from right to left, and I want that straight edge so that I know I'm getting that true straight mark on against the smoked sausage, whatever it is I'm cutting. So I hope that it being ground on that side pleases everybody.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, a lot of chef's knives are the ones that are designed like that. You have a bias towards one side, left-handed or right-handed.
B Shady's got a trailhead. It's not blue either. It's purple. Purple with white pins. Yeah, the glare is horrible.
Oh yeah, I do remember that one now.
It does need a little refinement and just being, some slight design. Like instead of, the corners inside the handle there, instead of them being sharp, I think I may sweep those a little more. But I want to revisit that thing one day.
Jeffrey's got a little word up there for you.
I definitely want to do another. I've actually got, Are y'all still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there.
My whole screen just went black.
You're still there.
Okay. I've actually got a couple ordered. Meathead had one that he showed around to some folks. You know, good blue-blooded, blue-collar, hard-working, hunting type folks.
Evening,
They
Todd.
already told me as soon as I make
Happy
something.
Halloween, bro.
You know who else would probably take one of those, Shane?
Who's that?
This guy telling about it is Dang Ross's brother. He's a avid hunter.
Okay.
And he had sent me a couple knives to sharpen for him that he not sent me a picture.
I did make some slight changes. I may have that picture. I made some slight changes to that handle. What I did to the fret actually kind of inspired me. And I made a slight change to the spine, and it did definitely improve the looks.
Congratulations,
I
Sister.
still don't think you'll like it because it's not at all your style.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It's like I said, design driven.
That's funny as shit.
Served a purpose, but the it was like I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, he was field stripping animals with his pair 3.
Really?
Yeah, he sent me pictures of it. Of him dressing out a.
Big Shady, that's a trailhead. I'm sorry, I'm answering his.
It's all right. He was dressing something out with a pair of 3.
Yeah, you see, Kyle, I slimmed the spine back towards the handle like I did the fret. Again, the glare, I don't think it's going to work. But it, if you don't remember, the spine right here where it meets the blade, it used to be a lot thicker there. So it, God, I don't know how to make that work. I don't guess I can.
Geek Machinist, if you push check out, does it let you check out? I would just check out.
But it's got this little blunt, kind of a little reverse tanto thing down here at the tip. And that is for the tip of your finger to lay on so that you're safeguarding the tip, or you can slide your finger back and use the tip if needed.
Just send me a picture of that real quick, Shane. I'll share it.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
Technology and stuff. What's up, Toddy? Hey, everyone I missed, by the way. I was letting the guys chat. See, Knife Center's the absolute worst for
they are
in stock and pre-orders and
they're also the type where if your order went through, you'd get a nasty email like in 2 days saying, we fucked up, we're not sending you your shit.
Or they'll do a pre-order and then it'll be like a year and it's not shipped, and then they'll just hang on to the money.
The worst, who lets you do the deposits? Is that Blade HQ?
Both of them.
Yeah.
You get in a minute, Geek Machines. But we
I
know
Blade HQ people used to get mad in the comments of their videos because they'd pre-ordered a knife, for example, and they see it on Instagram where people that were just buying it were getting shipping priority over the people that pre-ordered, which to me is crazy. It seems like you would fill the pre-orders first.
Oh my God, that's even worse, Shane.
You think so?
It's so ugly.
It's more comfortable. I agree it's ugly. That's why I've not wanted to share it within the knife community. I just sent it out to people that I knew would use. There's another local hunting club here close. 12 guys hunted. They killed 27 whitetail last year between the 12 of them. And every deer they've killed, they've cleaned with that knife. And that's just Nitro V, but it's
a tool. Hey, Revolving Blaze.
Now, they haven't sharpened theirs after that many whitetails, but...
I don't want to do that. Hang on, let me...
I've noticed that Knife Center and Blade HQ, in my experience, sit on them for about 48 hours and let them process, which to me, if DLT and River's Edge Cutlery, if you order before noon, it usually ships the same day.
I cannot badmouth.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an ugly-ass little knife. But it's all belly. It's just for skinning and caping. That's all I made it for.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I kind of find it.
And it won't be expensive either. But I'm not doing any
unattractive. I wouldn't call it ugly. I'd call it unattractive.
No, that's not ugly. That's fugly.
That I literally did not care what it looked like. I wanted to be able to lay my finger into that spine and be able to push it into Flash and do what I want it to do.
Wow. There's a lot of OGs in the house tonight.
Who'd I miss?
Revolving Blades. I haven't seen him in a minute. I haven't seen K Mason in a minute. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys. Sure.
I'll be in the shop tomorrow, Shady. I want to take some final pictures of that knife that I made for you. Make sure you're good with it. Really, the only thing I could change at this point is the color of the pins. But because I can always drill those out and redo them. But I'll get you some pictures tomorrow of your fret.
It looks like a chub, but I think it's a longer knife, isn't it, Shane? About how long is it? Like
a skinning knife?
Yeah, the one we just looked at.
It's like 6.5 inches.
Oh, really?
It's just enough. Like the blade, it's just adding a blade to your pointer finger, a full belly blade. Because if you've ever cleaned a deer, when you're up in there, that's you're not holding it by the handle and hacking away. You got your finger on the spine, carefully cutting all that silver, whatever it's called, that silver connective tissue and all that. That's all it does is it adds a blade to your finger, and that ugly ass handle needs to be small because when you're like this, that's what you're working with. So it's small and it contours to lay up in the fat of your hand. I say completely. What was it you said, Kyle?
What?
It's purpose driven.
Yeah, I mean it's not designed to be pretty, which is cool. I mean it's fine.
In all honesty, K Mason, I don't think it's that ugly either. It's just not. It's not an EDC pocket knife. It's not conventional.
That's good to know, buddy.
I don't have a desire for it, so that's why.
Right. Where are we at?
Are they a newer dealer? Because those are the ones that.
Man, I'm so scared of putting my credit card information in on a website and never getting my shit and pulling it back up and I'm still waiting on my fucking cargo pants.
You're never getting those, dude.
Shane, I'm still waiting on my what was it called? A Vox Schilling cutter.
I know you guys have seen those ads that says like 6 pairs of cargo pants for $28 on Instagram. I knew in the beginning I wasn't getting those cargo pants, but I never heard of it. I spent the $28 just to see, and I was right. I never got those cargo pants. Now,
it's still disheartening, though. I mean, it sucks.
I know. I also didn't go back and check my PayPal and see if I could have disputed it, and that's what they were banking on, was that I wouldn't care, and I didn't, so they got my money.
And if anybody feels like that, I know I always talk about Knives and More. You can call them, but you can call River's Edge Cutlery. You can call DLT. If you know what you've seen on their website, you can place an order with a human being. You don't ever have to put your credit card in.
I'm not doing business with you if I can't call you on the phone. I'm not. If somebody don't answer the fucking phone when I call, or if there's some long, drawn-out automated thing,
I hate that.
I'm not doing business with you. I'm done. Yeah. Just ran into that with a pew that I didn't know what I was talking about when I brought it up. I should have kept my mouth shut because Ben had to correct me on it. And he was right. But it's not mine, it's his. But we've got that Panzer AR 12 gauge that's got a broken hammer in it. And there's
throw it in the trash can.
Yeah, there's a communication. Well, I agree, Kyle, but not because the hammer's broke.
No, I wasn't saying it because of that either.
Yeah, when we took it apart and realized that everything inside it is fucking plastic.
It's all NIM.
Yeah, it's plastic. Like a lot of the internal parts are plastic. Guys, don't waste your money on a Panzer shotgun.
Oh, I got more info, by the way.
Spend less money. Just buy Mossberg 88. It's a way better shotgun. It doesn't look like an AR, but who cares? It fucking runs. To where those Panzers just don't.
I got more info for you on we were talking about earlier, Shane.
All right, good deal. Better than soft core super stills, Paul, unless you're sharpening with a lady friend. I don't want to intimidate it.
So one of the cooler things about hanging out down at Knives and More are the nice people that you meet. I've had 2 people, or 3 now, two from Europe and one from Australia that come in every time they're in town. I guess they work with defense contractors, and they buy stuff, a lot of stuff, and carry it back. A lot of it they can't legally carry once they get back. But
oh, I got something to talk about. I just remembered it. Oh, y'all gonna love this. Go ahead. Finish up.
That was not. That's I'm trying not to do YouTube terms of service. That's Puck fellatiating himself. YouTube's terms of service.
So I forgot to eat lunch. I forgot to eat lunch today. So like 3:00, I roll up to my local hot wing joint. I ain't got hot wings. I don't eat those anymore, but got me some lunch. And when I sat down, there was a couple. The bar area was full, so I got the only seats. I sit right next to this couple. I'm guessing they were early 30s, pretty good looking couple. Both of they met in the Army. Chick was Puerto Rican, super friendly, but they had just moved here a year ago from Albuquerque. And he is a regional manager for Ace Hardware. So I brought up the sharpening machine. And I loved the conversation we had because he was like, hey, man, we didn't design that thing for your Chris Reeves Sabenza. We didn't even design it for your Spydercos. He's like, but those machines are literally printing money. It's like it's one of the best investments we've ever made at Ace Hardware because of cheap knives. He's like, people come in with their $20 knife, pay $7 to get an edge back on it where they can use it at work the next day. He's like, we have restaurants coming in bringing their entire wall of chef knives because they're all.
Oh God, that hurts my soul.
I know, but he's like, man, those machines are printing cash.
To help you just a little bit.
Like in the knife community, guys serious about knives, it's probably evil. I was like, you're right. It is kind of evil to us.
That's evil for a chef. I can't believe that they would do that.
But you got to remember, these are not even 3-star restaurants bringing in. Every restaurant in this state gets all their kitchen supplies from the same place in Birmingham. I pass it every time I go to the VA. The whole front of that building is glass and it's covered in stainless steel, like super large cookware. Every restaurant in the state buys their shit there. And
Bingo, Todd.
They sell these $25 white-handled garbage steel chef's knives in every restaurant, except for your good restaurants with a really good chef. He's going to have some good knives. Most of you guys probably own better knives than restaurants use.
Knives and More does a lot of sharpening. I've been amazed at how much business they get from people that are like just ladies that have nice knives to restaurants that come in to what surprised me is the barbers and the dog groomers, the mobile dog groomers, because they do scissors. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, are you familiar with a little machine? And they also have a TS Prof and do other sharpening, but are you familiar with the little purple machine that's about 12 inches cubical, made by Japan, that's got a disc on it? I don't know what the material is, but it rotates like a turntable. About $3,500.
Yeah.
What is that called? Because I think that they do a lot of the like scissors and stuff.
But it's so it's a stone and it spins.
I don't think it's a stone. I think it's a. Let me see if I can find it.
It's a stone or wheel. Yeah, I mean that's
what. It's a wheel. It's something.
That's what ceramic stone.
That's what Japanese makers actually will make a lot of their. That's a very old tradition. That's how they grind knives, and that's how they sharpen knives as well too.
Yeah, Kyle and I both got to watch a Japanese chef's knife video recently. It was really cool. And he's right. They do everything in ceramic.
Well, what's amazing to me is he's got a Torex back there. He's got his TS Prof if somebody, depending on what edge they're looking for. But most of the stuff, like a lady came in like last week, I think, with like 5 knives, and he had them done in like 25 minutes. She waited.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a kitchen knife. Doesn't take any time on a whetstone. You can knock a kitchen knife out in 5 minutes.
Like I told y'all, I've everybody in here knows I'm friends with Steve Kalari. and I've watched him sharpen his knives, like the final step, sharpening. He literally spends
Hold on. K Mason's
30,
not, he's not a
30
mod. Hold
45
on.
seconds. However, to be completely transparent, and Kyle will agree, it's not a great edge. You know, but the fact that he can put an edge on it because it's that thin, that fast is cool. But
and let's not get carried away. Steve could put out a phenomenal edge if he wanted to.
Right.
That's not the point.
Right. He's trying to produce batches of knives, but
right.
I had that knife for a couple of months, and
you're blue, brother.
I was not impressed with. I was super proud to have that piece of high HRC K390 that Steve made it and all that, but it didn't perform super great. I'm only telling this to agree with what I think it was. I can't remember who said it now. But anyway, I sent that knife to Kyle and had Kyle resharpen it. And you're right, man. There are levels to knife sharpening. Now, I'm not saying Steve couldn't accomplish that level, but not and try to make money.
Hey, I know something else you can throw in the box, Shane, and I'll send it back to you with your knife. The do you have Steve Clary's knife still?
Yeah, Kyle sharpened it.
Send it to me, and I'll send it back with your. Yeah. I just would like to review that for him.
Did you see what Terry said?
Let me go find it.
Oh, I got it. That's 100% spot on.
If the chef is taking their own knife roll to the kitchen, we may have misused the word chef, Terry. You're probably right.
Because if a restaurant's supplying the knives and having them sharpened, that's probably not.
I don't know if y'all know this.
Well, the guy that came in that was from the Cheesecake Factory, don't laugh, but he was a young chef. I want to say he's in his 20s, and those were all knives that he bought and he maintains down there, I think, weekly or bi-weekly.
Well, but there's a difference between maintaining them down there and taking them to Dave's Hardware and putting them on that machine.
Oh, right. I didn't know y'all were talking about the difference there.
It was just cool. It was cool having a conversation.
No, he's the chef in training, right?
And him admitting that it's a different thing. You know, it's no threat to a knife sharpener because it's a different thing.
I think of I don't care.
Truth, not really.
Cliff, I don't have any. This last batch, if you're talking to me, the last batch I got cut out, they're all sold. I got to finish them. It's gonna be a little bit before I can do another kitchen knife. I've just I got 4 orders today. For the clip point. So I'm not. I hate saying.
Are you just putting them on your Instagram? Is that where you're getting your?
Rich, so shockingly, something I did not expect. But when Instagram started that thing where when you post something to Instagram, it posts it to Facebook, I've been really shocked. I didn't think I'd ever get more than 2 or 3 local orders, and that would just be from buddies. But my local orders are way up.
Oh, I know the news I was going to say. You know how on Instagram, I can't grow on Instagram, but I know why now. For a while, when I'd go to a professional account, I would get flagged to where my, because I guess it's a knife, right? And I'd appeal them. I would lose the appeal. I tried to remove 10 photos like they said, and then it just immediately flagged me. Well, for a while, Pocket Metal learned that if I switched back to a personal account, I wouldn't get those flags. So I've been on a personal account since then. Well, I checked it the other day, and I'm flagged as a personal account for having weapons. I appealed it. I haven't heard back on the appeal, but it's going to be the same news. So on Instagram, and knife makers talk about it a lot, follow other knife makers and try to get them to follow you back just so you get a bigger circle, because our posts are not being shown. I can look, and 100% of my...
I've definitely noticed that some of mine that I think are going to do well and then end up getting 12 likes. I'm like, I know I've got more than 12 dedicated buddies on Instagram.
We're basically shadow banned.
Right. I want to speak on this. Knife Nut 69 is probably not going to be the answer you're expecting, but first of all, that's a pretty open. Now put it back, please.
Oh, sorry, I'm going back.
We'll go back to it. Knife Nut 69.
I know who it was.
I don't know when the knives or the sheaths were promised or who's supplying the sheaths, but I will say this. Steve started making knives for the public like 2 years ago. And a lot like myself, I don't think he was prepared for the logistics and business side of it. And he's not great at it yet. And neither am I. I've got buddies right now in the chat that have been waiting way too long. And that's just the truth. But so I don't know where he made a mistake. Maybe he shouldn't have done the drop if the sheaths wasn't ready. That's what it sounds like, where the mistake was. But yeah, Steve still has a lot of learning and work to do on timing. And I even admitted back during the last Steve Kalari scandal that I understood completely how that happened. That doesn't make it right. Steve was in the wrong, but being under that pressure cooker of trying to get people their stuff, I understand exactly how it happened, but at the same time, I can't defend him for it.
And just talking about reality and
the fact that he started a business and had no operating capital to cover a mistake,
right,
is his fault. The fact that I started a small knife business with no capital to back up a mistake is my fault.
But y'all are not.
I haven't had a tragic event yet happen where I'm going to have to defend myself. But by all means, Knife Nut, if you don't like the way he does business, if you don't like his YouTube opinions and personalities, man, that's your God-given right, man.
And there are other great knives out there.
Absolutely.
And we talked about it.
This knife that John's wanting me to send him, me and Kyle both agree. It's well made. It's very well heat treated piece of steel. Man, it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's a basic knife. I agree with that.
I think it's just boring.
If you're gonna do a drop, have the things ready to go. If you're not,
that sounds like
don't do the drop.
It sounded like he decided on a drop date, and then something happened with the sheaths getting back. I'm only assuming.
And you don't have to. They're not saying about it.
Yeah, that's on him, man.
Yeah, I mean, Knife Nut, don't feel bad about saying something. You can say
no, absolutely, and I'll tell you guys.
And here's another thing that I know about Steve. If you don't say something, if you say something, he's going to get pissy. If that's a reason not to do business with him, then don't. I get it. But if you don't say something, and
it's not going to change.
It's not going to change. So if you're not happy with what happened, by all means, be respectful. Let him know, like, hey, man, I'm a little upset that you did a drop and I paid money for something and then found out that the sheaths aren't ready. That may be something he needs to work on. I don't know. I know I saw a video of him making sheaths the other day, so he may have made that video just.
Todd, I've talked to them about that. They need to call them reservations or just get out of the fucking business of doing that. Because it's not. I agree with you 100%. It's a.
You can't do pre-orders.
That's what they call them. They're not
6 months plus on some of them.
You have to pay?
No, you're reserving the knife. They should be called reservations. Basically, like you said, a lot of that stuff's farmed out, so they get counts, right? The best way to get a count, and they always get extras to sell. But you don't pay anything. You just reserve it, right? If you don't buy it when it comes out, they sell it. I think that's my understanding.
But not unless I don't think for a second that you don't have a right to be upset about that. You 100% do. You're 100% right for being upset. And he was 100% wrong for announcing a drop and taking money if the sheaths aren't ready. So, you don't have to be quiet about it. That's not the way you should be doing business, and hopefully you learn from it.
And unfortunately, a lot of people, y'all aren't alone, that make stuff.
Ron Carr said there are 100% pre-orders, full price up front.
That's what I thought.
That's bullshit from a company that claims.
Well, I know they've got some you can go and look
they're
at.
Making 500,000 knives a year.
I'll find out more about that because I don't think they're 100% pre-orders because I know I've gotten knives that are in stock.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
No, I bought an in-stock piranha. The first knife when I found out about it was because of that tiny little piranha when I was buying small fixies. And it was, let's go to their website. Because I know most of them are pre-orders, and I think it's to call it a pre-orders. I guess
Ross.
It is. But one thing I'll say about them and what Steve and all knife makers could do better, but they don't, it's hard to do that, is when you have a situation like that, be available and make a video or be available to your customers.
If you have time to open your PayPal and transfer somebody's money to your bank account,
absolutely.
You have time to message them and say, hey, man, there was a logistics issue with the sheath.
Yep.
It's going to be a couple weeks before I get them. If you want your money back, I completely understand. And 99% of the buyers would have been no big deal. Okay,
yep.
Thanks. But
so they do drops too.
Yeah, you can't ignore that shit.
Yep, I agree.
Again, man, guys, I'm not bad about TKL.
No, and one thing what I was going to say is, regardless of
what they built, I just don't think. I think it's a bad look.
It's a bad business model.
Right, but
they're selling 500,000 knives a year to ask you to pay up front, wait on something for 6 months.
Yeah, and I don't know that side of it. What I know about the Kells is they're online 3 times a week now, I think, where they're doing those shorts too. But every Sunday they're there. They're always communicating, because when I'm in their lives on Sunday morning, I creep and people are asking about, this knife I ordered, when's it going to be ready? And Miss Kell is sitting there basically producing the show, and she's answering the questions and feeding them to Tim. And they seem to have a great handle and don't run into situations where things are late. I don't understand why they would go that way, because
it's because they don't make knives, John.
They don't make knives currently. He's made knives though. Tim's made.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a knife maker.
And at some point, it's good business to control
somewhere in the world, hopefully in the United States, that's lasering those things out, CNC cutting them, grinding them. He might be bolting the handles on. And I'm not saying there's anything at all wrong with that.
It is not an easy process unless I buy, like I said, the only one I've bought was the Piranha, and it was in stock.
Okay, it's the same thing as a established company doing Kickstarters over and over, or doing pre-orders over and over. Once you're an established brand, you should have capital set aside where you can do drops and launches.
Even Lefty quit doing that. When they'd sold a few batches,
yeah,
make that money and not spend it, they got to where they started paying to have their own knives made.
I mean, but the good thing is I can ask the question, why? And I'll get an answer. It might not be, it might be spin.
Don't let us influence you to ask a question that might harm your
relationship. No, I want to know the reality of it. My relationships are based on my choices, and my choices are based on the knowledge as I've got it. And I've always known them as very straightforward, available, out there, communicating with their fans. And they've got a lot of fans.
I'm not saying that, but and that's the reason, John, though. That's what I'm getting at. They can get away with that business model because they've got that cult-like following, the fan base that will sit there and wait that long for pre-orders and pay up front. If they didn't have that, in most cases, most companies couldn't survive doing that, because people would be like, hell no, I'm not waiting that long for a knife and paying up front for it.
So we've got to come to an agreement that they're doing something that's making their customers okay with it, right? Whether we understand it or not, they're selling a lot of knives doing it that way.
It's just human nature. Some people are okay with it, and some people aren't.
Sure.
I'm not okay with it. If I buy a $200 knife and I don't get it for 2 months, I'm upset, because my passion for that knife is probably already diminished. And I say that being a guy who has taken orders from people and they've waited a year.
Okay, we go back to the
hypocrite. I don't know, but that's, I try to be very open with people. Sharing my health issues is embarrassing as fuck. But I feel like I'm in a position where I have to explain why I'm laying in the bed instead of at the shop working on your knife. I don't have any choice that particular day.
But you're not hiding from it.
Right. So I see, where Tim's collecting all this money. So let's say we're going to use round numbers. Let's say he collects $50,000 in knife sales. And that would be awesome to be able to turn around and pay New Jersey Steel Bearing, $4,500.
$5. What's up, brother?
Have the shit dropped on his table. If indeed he is still installing the handles, man, that's a pretty good business plan on his part, but not for the consumer.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Was it's not a bad business model for him. It's
Luke, I agree.
It's a zero risk business plan for him because if he's doing pre-orders up front, all those sales are guaranteed. So all he's doing is collecting money.
Well, think about this, Kyle.
Here's my point.
He's still eating the blade failures of the 80 CRV2. So I mean, I know that's cost him huge because they're not coming back to the customers, right? So there's risk there. He's just not.
It's a drop in the bucket compared to what his drops are making.
Yeah, I don't know what their expenses are. You know, and again, that I don't know how lean they run. I don't know anything about that.
How can you run that lean?
About this a long time ago.
Yeah, you can't run lean when you're doing all.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of your favorite makers and knife companies are all made in the same place. And I'm not talking about China. We all know China does that, but we do that too. There are a lot of successful knife companies out there that don't make a fucking thing. They just built a brand. They got a customer base. They have New Jersey Steel Bearing to make the knife for them. They put their name on it and ship it out. They've got no sweat in the game, especially if they're doing pre-orders. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Well, the sweat is in the game of their business. Awesome. Their business succeeding or failing is going to be judged on the quality of the knife that's being produced, right? So they do have skin.
I will pay
not the same kind of
money. I will pay.
Congratulations, Terry,
for a knife from Keith the Knife Freak or from Mad Yako than I will a company that's not making knives.
I totally agree. And the reality is, and I've learned this.
Same logic goes into my Chinese stuff. I planned on buying an Orlock this month.
Let me tell you something.
Ain't gonna happen this month, but I'm okay with purchasing a Chinese-made knife because it benefits somebody in the community, and I love the knife.
And I'm learning a whole another side of why they do what they do in terms of carrying certain knives and what's they're able to carry, and how some dealers you can't get what I mean, it's not always possible to get what you want and stay in business.
And in all honesty, if I woke up tomorrow morning with half the orders that TKL gets in a month, whatever, if I woke up tomorrow morning with that many orders, I'd have to do the same thing.
Sure.
We've talked about that. I'd have to call New Jersey Steel Bearing, like, cut these bitches out, heat treat them, grind them, send them to me. I'll put scales on.
They're still your knives, though. That my point is.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not. I'm just making sure I'm not villainizing what he's doing.
Oh, I know that. I know that. These are what I consider educational discussions.
And he's
Brando's Blaze. What's up? Happy Halloween, brother.
And he's doing pre-orders.
Who was asking about why we weren't doing costumes tonight? Was it Luke?
I've got a costume that I was going to do, but we used to do Halloweens, and I thought it might be
Halloween costume to fit his head.
Well, I got a costume for Luke if he's still here.
Let's see it.
There you go, Lukey.
I've actually got one that I've worn, and I took the reason I own a Dremel, y'all think this is funny. It's a little plastic, like creepy anarchy mask. And the reason I own a Dremel and bought one from, that I actually did a scale job on, by the way, that was really good, in my opinion, but was to cut with the little disc out the mouth where I could fit this perfectly in it. It's just, I can stick my fucking vape through the mask. I'm going to grab it.
Yeah, we want to see this.
You're going to have to entertain him, Shane. Hold on. I'll give you some company.
Well, a lot of me, to be completely transparent, a lot of me, even talking about some of these things about TKL, I'm not bad-mouthing TKL. I'm not bashing them at all. But some of it is personal. And it's not a personal beef. It's personal just within myself because sometimes I'm a little bit jealous that my knives they don't look production, and they don't always look exactly the same, the exact same milling on the handles. And then I have to remind myself, Right. We're not doing the same thing.
Right.
I'm doing what Tim used to be doing. And when people ask me about growing, and I just want to keep it where it's at. I don't want to have to put in orders from New Jersey Steelberry and sell people a knife I didn't make. I just don't want to do that. Let's see you vape, son.
That is disturbing.
It is disturbing. Can you pull your hair more kind of forward? Well, your headphones got to pull back. Never mind. Yeah, that's pretty spooky, dude.
It's creepy, isn't it?
5-door. I just saw your message earlier tonight. Jesus, man.
5-door. I really appreciate that, man. I'm glad it worked out good for you.
Tippy's about to attack me. That's why I had to take it off real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, Tippy's looking at me like, what the fuck's that?
Or I probably shouldn't talk about this in public, but let me know if you agree. I think the handle needs just a little more girth, and maybe a half-inch more length. Let me know if you agree with that.
Hey, y'all want to see a cat fight live?
I don't think that. I think that's against terms of service. Animal fighting.
Well, they're not fighting. They're just Tippy just ran off.
I gotta find somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
So,
That's
update.
exactly right, Brandon. I wasn't me anymore. I came back and I didn't look like me, and they were both kind of freaking out.
For an update on my gout, I'm pretty uncomfortable tonight. I wouldn't say I'm in a lot of pain, but it's definitely getting better because yesterday I spent probably 5 hours kind of up and at it and was a little sore.
Terms of service.
Today I spent about 5 hours on it, and now I'm pretty sore that I've got home. So hopefully by tomorrow, I think I can at least go work 4 hours. I'm not going to push myself till I'm in excruciating pain, but if I could get 4 hours in tomorrow, I'd be tickled to death.
Yeah, you need to take it slow.
But I did call Northern Knives and inform them on the holdup, and they've been super chill to work with so far. So
that's awesome. And there's some great, if you communicate with people, that's the key.
Yeah.
I got one that was sent to me, John.
That?
A video I was going to share. It's only like it's like 10 seconds.
Share.
Is it 5-door?
No, it was not. It was from someone else. But this was from his live stream, I don't know, a month or so ago, maybe. But
you got me excited. You got me excited talking about what it was like. 5-door sent you.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
Let me find this one. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Hang on.
Okay, Mason, I hope if that's his dream, I hope it works for him. I don't think I would have, it would just turn into money, and I think the passion would disappear for me. So, but hats off to the guy if he can make it work.
Here we go. Let me know if you can hear this okay once I start playing. You guys see it okay? Let me make it bigger.
Husky boys are always there for me.
So you got pluses and minuses. That sounded horrible.
Husky boys are always there for me.
So you got pluses and minuses. That sounded horrible.
Husky boys are always there for me.
Well, Husky boys are always there for you, John.
That's I was talking about pant sizes. That's funny as hell, dude. I love it. I can laugh at it. I can live with it. I can love it. I just got off of Amazon and ordered 2 pairs of 2830s because that's the only place I can find those son of bitches.
Yeah, I wore Huskies when I was 9.
Hey man, sometimes I've bought dress pants in the Husky boys, and I'm proud of it because they were some nice. They were like $110.
Yeah, I went from JCPenney used to sell Slims and Huskies. There was a middle, like a normal. I don't remember what they were called. I want to say Rough Rider, but I'm sure that ain't right. But they had like their normal size jeans, and they had Slims for really skinny kids, and Huskies for chunky kids. And I went from a Slim to a Husky in 1 year.
Oh, you just grew different.
I
think I would have grown more, even though
I was anemic when I was up till about 7 or 8 years old. So I was rail thin with white cotton top hair, just a matchstick. And my anemia went away.
And you just got your size.
Yeah, blew up.
This is still one of my favorites of all time, though. Let me grab this one.
Derek.
Percent of the things Joanne endorses.
Go, Derek. Come on, Derek.
You had plenty of time to take a piss.
Get your blind ass up here. John, did you send in the Lincoln Braille?
I bet he's out in the backyard right now talking to the clothesline, thinking he's on the line with us.
I sent it to us. Where are you getting this from? That's hilarious.
I don't remember saying. I'm glad Derek takes those jokes. But, yeah,
Did you like the video I sent y'all, the skateboarding wreck? I like how you came right back to it. I told you.
They don't. They don't bend at the hip. It's different.
That's a pretty little rodeo clown roll.
That's one of your best ones ever, Shane.
What's that?
He's up staring at the clothesline. That's one of your best ones ever.
I don't even remember it.
You don't remember saying that?
No.
You know,
all my best ones just come to me, and yeah.
There's two times I've gone back and watched the live stream. One because sweet Kathleen sent me a message about something. I went back because I wanted to see what it was, and the other one was early on, Fear to Doom. And I'm so glad he did, because he was man enough to reach out and say, "Dude, that pissed me off." I went and reviewed it. I thought it was just me being funny, but it could have come across mean. We talked through it. But yeah, I never watched the lives. I don't watch any of my videos, any of my content. It makes me cringe.
I think the only ones I've gone back and watched. I did watch the Spin Him Like a Top one a couple of times, because even I got tickled at that.
Dude,
I got tickled at how hard y'all were laughing. That one got me pretty good.
Well, you were I think the entry that made that so good was, I think you said it was the greatest moment of your life. or the most funny moment of your life, or something.
That night I jumped on Satisfaction to do the dog from Hanna-Barbera. I can't remember the dog's name now.
Droopy?
Huh?
Is it Droopy?
No, the little ugly, scruffy little dog that had the almost hyena-like laugh. And they were talking about it on Satisfaction one night. So I just jumped in. I was like, "Hey, man, I can do that laugh." I was like, "Of course you can." So I did.
There you go. Muttley?
Yeah, Muttley. Yeah.
What's up, Josh? What's up, Drizzy?
I still think my favorite was from
I actually practiced that when I was a kid. Like I taught myself how to do that. And it's not near as good now as it was then, because I used to practice it quite a bit.
Hong Kong Fu was the shit.
Yep.
So
those are always the best moments, dude, when they just happen. Yeah, you're in the moment, they happen, you say some shit. It's always.
It can get you in trouble too, though, because when I say everything I say, because I've listened those two times that I went back and listened back with Kathleen and with Bearded Doom, I could see how it comes across that way. I never think how it might come across, because my intention when I'm saying it's not that.
Is he doing lives again now, or has it been from a long time ago?
This was 3 years ago. It actually happened on one of Lefty's lives that I was on.
I know what the hell that was about.
I like Bearded Doom all right, but he is a little bit. But I can be too, so I get it.
But he reached out, and I don't want to bother. My intention is never to bother anybody. If I troll you and play with you, it's all in good fun. I said something because Lefty was talking about, again, it shouldn't have gotten anybody upset, but I don't want anybody's feelings to get really mushed by something I've said.
Yeah, but at the same time, dude, you can't live your whole life.
I don't. That's why I don't watch it. If somebody only have two people reach out,
if your truth is going to hurt somebody else's feelings, sometimes
you
just
can't step on eggshells. And I'm
not. No, it's not that.
Don't get me started there.
What I wanted to do is just be able to explain my side of it, and he understood. You know.
Hey, Mason, I don't know if I can do it with a dip in my mouth, but I'll try. And like I said, I'm not near as good at it as I used to be, but it's something like.
Cat fight YouTube terms of service. Hey.
Is that pretty close?
That's pretty close.
I used to tell people when somebody would ask me, he's like, "How do you make that sound?" I was like, "Dude, it's just like it's just the sound of somebody trying to crank a Dodge with no choke." If you've ever on a Dodge with a gear reduction starter, you know what I'm talking about.
Bobby's World. Bobby's World.
I could used to do the Bobby's. Okay, I don't remember Bobby's World.
Me neither.
Just someone just calling it a turkey.
I'm looking over my shoulder because I'm afraid I'm about to get attacked.
I hope you do. That's going to be
great content.
What's weird is these dudes hang out. They've only been together
if they attack you and you don't clip that and make a video out of it,
hey,
just put cat attack. That's probably
you won't be able to see it, but I've got a scratch right there.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. I fell asleep on the couch like I do. And
are you sure you're not Izzy's dad?
What's that?
Are you sure you're not Izzy's dad? Mass Faction's kid, Izzy?
No.
Because he's pale like you are.
Not pale, dude. I've got white and blue lights on me.
Oh, maybe it's the blue lights.
It's the blue lights. Well, I don't lay out.
You kind of look like one of those bodies laying on that stainless steel table in the morgue.
And I could be
with the hair right now, with the hair and the lighting, kind of what reminds me of the crypt from
Crypt Keeper.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, those blue lights do make you very, very pale, John.
yeah. It's all for it's
not
for
so
a reason.
much. I mean, it's not. It doesn't stand out as much with just your face. I mean, your face does look pale and have a blue tone, but yeah, on your belly, it's much more prominent. Yeah. Yeah, you look like a.
I'm pretty pasty. I mean, like I say, I don't lay out. But anyway, the point was, I fell asleep, and right on the side, Puck had fallen asleep, and Tippy was asleep, kind of a cushion over from me. Right, everything was good. I just dozed off. Next thing I know, I've got this fucking just like cage match going on in my fucking lap now. And when they finally jumped off chasing each other, but they'll hang out. They sleep in the same room in Grateful Panic's old room. They hang out together. When they go out in the morning, they follow each other around. Tippy just hates that motherfucker for some reason.
Well, it's because Tippy was the center of attention, and now he's got to share it.
Well, and I think
Javon is so skinny, he only has one side.
Hey, let me tell you something. Like I said, what I was about to say earlier is I would have thought that wrestling stunted my growth, but my dad is the same.
I think it's the lack of a rib cage is what makes you look so small.
Dude, I'm having to lean under there. If I bowed up and flex for you guys, you'd be like, he's a little Danny Rooster. For 58 years old?
You're in a lot better shape than I am, buddy.
I doubt that.
I don't know, man.
Size does not equate to being in good shape. I mean,
I think I can equate my positive mental health lately to just being bombarded with good health news. Like, I haven't had good health news in years, and I've just been bombarded with it lately. So I'm really excited to be able to get back on this foot and maybe start doing some walking, some exercise, and getting some strength back.
Shane, tell me the blue lights don't make this work.
It's pretty fucking close, John. I'm not saying you're as ugly as the Crypt Keeper. I'm just saying you could have been the Crypt Keeper before he died.
I could have. I should have been.
Wondered what the Crypt Keeper looked like before he became a zombie.
Right.
It's definitely you.
YouTube terms of service: the cat fight's over and everybody's healthy.
Dick Dastardly was Muttley's owner. I didn't know that, Terry.
Hypothermic skin color. Hey, I'll tell you something that I've been checking out. I don't know why it's in my feed. Y'all ever follow people who summit like Mount Everest and those other big mountains?
Those people are fucking idiots.
Dude, they're dead people all in the fucking. They're having to climb over those motherfuckers. They've been dead there for 10 years.
I'll tell you something, dude. If you don't believe in God,
1 out of 4.
Ignore this. But when God creates a place that you can't breathe, probably ought not go there.
I agree.
Just at the bottom of the ocean. I don't feel bad for them people that died in that submarine. Your ass ain't got no business down there. He made it like that for a reason. Keep us the hell out.
Yeah, And when you see the trash up there and the fact that, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's nuts. I don't know what drives people who want to do that. It's got to be some inner, like, just amazing drive. You can't.
I think it's just adrenaline junkies / achievement junkies. They just want to be able to say they've done it.
One out of four.
It is a cool thought to say, man, I've been at the top of the world. I've been as high as a human being can stand on this. That is a cool concept. I ain't doing it. That's all I'm
One out of every 4 die.
Yeah.
So of every 4 that go up, 3 make it.
I don't think it's quite that high. I think last time I just watched a video on it a few days ago, and I think it was 4%.
Let me see. Hold on. Summiting.
One of the mountains is 3%, and one of them right beside it.
Well,
which is less popular. I think it was 4% death rate.
There's more dangerous ones.
What's crazier? Going Mount Everest or doing one of those free climbs where you scale it with absolute 0 rope?
Absolutely not.
Neither one. I'd rather go down the sub, and I'm scared as shit of claustrophobia and water.
Yeah, I'm out of all of it.
I'm just saying, but which one is more dangerous?
I've cleared a set of triples on an XR600 at 300 pounds. It's a pretty amazing feat. That's scary, but I ain't doing that shit. If you ain't never hit a set of triples 3rd gear pinned on an XR600, that's a lot.
We used to do bouldering out in Boulder, Colorado, where you might not get more than 15 feet off the ground. And there's some things out in Boulder called the flat irons, which are not very steep. You have to rappel off the back. We free climbed that. But there was a guy who's one of the top climbers. It was like 3 weeks ago. He was live streaming an ascent, and I forget where it was. It was in one of the national parks, and he fell to his death.
Geek Machinist.
Yes, Geek. That's exactly what I was going to say. The next one.
What's his name?
Andy Stump.
Stump was talking about that. He's like, every base jumper, if they don't quit, dies base jumping.
You know, he's done like
all of them.
No, Andy's done like 200 or more of those base jumps. Yeah, I know.
He quit.
He got remarried.
Everybody that keeps doing it dies. So if you keep doing it, you're gonna die.
And even scarier than that, Brando.
You know what's weird to me is Andy doesn't act like or look like an adrenaline junkie. He's not high strung like most adrenaline junkies. He's super calm and cool.
Yeah.
But hey, also I meant to tag a video and send it to you, dude. We're not going to get in this argument on here, but that 95% of that Shrek McPhee stuff was bullshit. Been proven, hardcore proven, bullshit.
I'm not disagreeing. I
knew it. I just meant I didn't want to start an argument. Anyway.
I just found it interesting that
he did have a domestic violence incident, and his commanding officer, because the way the military is now, you know, this whole zero tolerance, threw him under the bus. Took one. It's weird because they say that they busted him from an E9 to an E8, but his official service record still lists him as Sergeant Major McPhee. So, I don't know, but yeah, there's several channels that dug deep into that and got the same FOIA records, and that 200 pages that Valhalla was talking about, they don't fucking exist. That dude's a fucking liar.
Well, the scariest thing, Brando, that I watched on YouTube are the recreations of cave divers, the people that go scuba diving in caves, and what went wrong where they got stuck, and they have it animated, and just gives me the willies thinking about it.
The Shane, the weird thing is he's actually pretty solid normally as far as info about a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I somewhat agree.
I'm not saying right all the time. I'm saying normally he's fairly solid, but
it's just really easy for.
Oh, it's good for clicks.
That's
it's really easy to call out and question somebody's service if you weren't there. You know how I would never ever do that. I would never call out somebody. Now I would call out Urban Woodsman because I've heard him tell flat out fucking lies. But
allegedly,
I would. No, they're fucking lies. But if I was, let me tell you something. Dude, no fucking U.S. Navy CB has ever fucking jumped out of a or fast lined out of a helicopter into battle. Ever in the history of fucking ever. If they had, every CB on the planet would know about it. Because he'd be our fucking hero. It's never happened. But that's beside the point. The point is, it's all about clicks and money. And these guys tearing each other apart over it is stupid and it's gross.
Geek Machinist, that's fascinating. And I guarantee you it's probably true. I mean, I know it is. I mean, these people are gliding. And if you can go on YouTube and you can watch most of these guys meet their demise because they all wear GoPros. And the one that I've seen the most often is this guy that's about to go over trees and he doesn't judge it right and he just gets freaking shredded.
Yep. It's amazing watching what they do though. I tell you, the ones that I've been watching probably for the last 2 years, I don't watch them regularly, but every now and then, is the guys on GoPros who do the extreme downhill mountain biking.
Oh my God.
They're going down like the sides of volcanoes and stuff.
Yes. And it's so thin ledges that are just
but they're doing like 80, 90 miles an hour on two wheels.
Fuck that.
Right.
Yeah, what's those three or four boys?
Peregrines are the most wicked birds ever.
They don't do stuff as dangerous, but they'll like jump off bridge trestles or they build fucking ramps in the snow. Can't remember the name of the channel. It's really popular though, but I like watching them because that's some adrenaline junkie shit without just pushing it too far.
What I used to watch a lot of was the downhill skateboard racing at Maryhill. And they race like in packs of 7 where they're touching each other going 70 miles per hour, standing up on a board.
Well, the one I can't remember the guy's name. It's Remy something or another, maybe. They start at the top of this volcano and it's all like just dirt and the rock, obviously, and ash. But he let them get like I want to say like a 30-second or a minute head start. And it's this downhill run. He takes off. And then so you go flying down the side of the volcano until it gets down to like the street. Then you go off-road. You're on the streets and you're jumping onto trails, back on the streets, trails. It's like a 6 or 7 mile run, maybe longer.
And he's doing shortcuts through like untrailed shit.
He absolutely obliterated. And there was like 400 people in this race. He let them all get a head start, and he absolutely obliterated them all.
Where the bike broke in half.
That was the guy coming down.
I watched one recently of a guy downhill racing mountain bike. I don't think it's the same one you're talking about because it wasn't that dangerous. Like they weren't on ledges. But he made a jump and his fucking carbon fiber bike shattered, exploded.
Mountain bike extreme downhill. Let's look at
Here we go.
Are you talking about that's Red Bull? If it's Red Bull, don't show it.
No, it's Remy Metelier, this dude. So let me see if I can find.
Geek Machinist, you can keep your bald eagles because I thought they were beautiful too. And now they've introduced them to Alabama. And bald eagles are fucking assholes, man. I was on my way to Javon's house one day. God, I wish I had a dash cam. And I see this hawk just, floating on the thermal.
Enjoying the day.
Enjoying the day, just up there and enjoying his thermal. And this fucking bald eagle, which we didn't have bald eagles in Gunnersville a couple of years ago, I don't think.
They introduced about 10 years ago.
This bald eagle, dude, I can see it coming like a fucking missile.
And it looks about 3 times the size.
It is 3 times the size. And I'm watching it, and as I'm getting close, I'm realizing this is happening right in front of my windshield. This is like, I'm not going to hit it because it's maybe 10 feet above me. But the eagle is closing in as I'm closing in. And right when I get right to them, I realize that eagle's got his claws out. And he hits that hawk so fast as he literally blew through it. It just went poof, feathers.
All over your windshield?
I was going too fast.
That would have been a better story. But anyway, it's a great story.
It exploded that hawk and just fucking kept flying. Like just because.
John, that was a Red Bull race, so I won't show it. But
yeah, I've got it right here, dude. I'm trying to find one.
I'll show you the one from his side. He did a different race, but this one's absolutely insane too.
Yeah, and I don't care about the strike. All I've got to do is go edit it out afterwards.
No, that's all right. I'm not going to deal with that. This dude right here, this guy is absolutely insane.
The Hawks have the same problem here with Ravens and Blue Jays.
Why is that?
They just can't maneuver like those smaller birds can.
Yeah, I think the most deadly is the peregrine falcon, though. That little guy.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Here, let me stop sharing until I get this thing to reload.
Dude, you'll see them. Like, there's videos, compilation videos. Like, there'll be a seagull on the beach. You don't even see the falcon hit it. You just see the seagull lie over dead. Is that a tree?
Aren't they the ones that will like pick up a elk bone, fly it way up in the sky, and drop it to shatter it to eat the marrow out of it?
No, these are little tiny guys.
I know. Yeah, these aren't big birds, but I think the peregrine falcon does. I think it's the one that does that. They break the bones.
Yeah, here you go, John.
Way up, they'll drop a bone, and when it hits and cracks open, they land and eat the marrow out of it. I think that was a peregrine falcon. I could be wrong, though. Yes, they do. This already makes my butt hurt.
The trees.
See, I'm the kind of guy that if this course was wide open, I could probably run that perfectly. But the minute you add all those obstacles, and
look at that, there's nothing there.
He's dead stopped and had to turn his bike 90 degrees.
Create that anxiety, I'm going to crash.
And that's, there's no trail there.
No, he's basically just going through the shit. And I don't think the camera does the descent angle justice because he's going straight down.
Yeah. And how narrow that is between the trees.
Yeah. I mean, he had to turn his handlebars to get by.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's just more hands
I mean, that's an adrenaline junkie because a little something
one
that has
slip
nothing to do with your skill could end you.
Yeah, one pebble, one slip, and you're off a cliff.
Equipment failure, you know. Look at that.
This dude is absolutely crazy.
I mean, it looks like a course, so I would think people have eaten it.
Yeah, here's part of that those downhill things they do.
That's mud.
But that's off the side of a volcano.
I mean, that looks like it's not even stable ground.
It's not completely.
I knew I was a pussy when I left Boulder and traded my mountain bike for a set of golf clubs. I mean, that's wicked.
Yeah, that dude's amazing, though. I love
Ron Ellis.
him.
What's up, brother man? Did you trick or treat?
What's up, Ellis?
What's up, brother Ryan?
Ryan, you got a link, buddy. If you want to jump on, you don't have to by any means. I was gonna
I got a gift today, Kyle. Well, not a gift, but
nice.
My SB5.
Nice.
I can't show it because it's a live stream. Mine's just got the blade on the back. God, that thing's uncomfortable.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. YouTube terms of service. So people come in to the knife store when I was saying earlier about knife guys. Well, they come in all the time, the same people. And they're also pew-pew guys. And Tate, who you've met, Shane, loves pew-pews.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen I don't know how to explain it. Not really a target, a precision 44 Magnum revolver that has weights that you can remove from the barrel.
Yeah.
That thing looks like a cannon.
It is, and it's extremely heavy. Those weights are just to keep the barrel from flipping.
John, you want to see an awesome wheel?
I was going to show you something real quick first. Hold on. This is the other side of.
Yeah. looks like some broken legs ready to happen.
Oh my God, dude, it gets so much worse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the pile up, dude.
Holy shit.
That is a pile up. Oh, hold on, that's a little too far. Let me go right here. We go.
This is where things really become back to back. Oh, howdy! What? You gotta be. Oh!
Landed on his head. I mean, those guys get up from this shit and go back and do it again. So to me, hats off to them.
Go ahead and
Dude,
put
I
him
don't
in the
think we
back
ever-
race.
That group I used to ride dirt bikes with, I don't think we ever went to the woods, and every single one of us came out of there with a huge gouge and pine neat splinters sticking out of a big open cut. You just get up and get right back at it.
Yes, Terry. Those are definitely Walmart bikes.
Yeah.
Dang Ross.
A video.
You were going to share something, Kyle, before I did that. I don't want to.
No. I was going to tell Dang Ross I was going to show him because I know his brother loves the Skinner knife. So let me grab, or loves hunting. So let me grab this to show him the Skinner that Shane's making.
Paul, I can't imagine that knife being any smoother. But
That's like the guys that run down the cheese. What's that country where they chase the cheese down the hill?
There you go, Dang Ross.
Why are we showing that again?
Because remember, I told you Dang Ross's brother's a hunter. And I was
is
gonna
he not
show
in here?
Well, he is now, but that's why I was. There you
Like
go.
I said, I didn't make that thing to be aesthetically pleasing. I made it so that my finger
I think
could
he likes it, Shane.
right down that spine.
What's up, Dang Ross? Happy Halloween, brother.
I told y'all when I asked those Inuits about what pocket knife they carried, that they all carry the same knife, right?
Which one was it?
The Griptilian.
Oh, the grip.
But they honestly don't know that much about knives. So the Griptilian, one of them's got a Griptilian in D2 and thinks it's the best thing he's ever, like they think D2's the shit.
Well, that's probably CPM D2, right?
I'm not sure from benchmark.
With the Griptilian, you would think it would.
It doesn't matter though.
The point is, they were all excited about buying them because that's back when you could get a Griptilian, a U.S.-made pocket knife for $78.
Hey, Cliff, you hear that? Shane's calling your people not very smart when it comes to knives.
Yeah. It's not a hunting knife, Cliff. It's not for hunting and killing things. It's a
No.
camping.
That's what you take hunting, though. It doesn't mean that you're actually going out
Actually,
there.
I don't take it hunting. I leave it at the shop where we string the deer up and do all the cleaning.
It's not like you're going to go out there and try to melee a.
No, it's literally that big.
Right. Although I still want to see that one day.
What?
Buck hunting with knives. That's all you get. Sneak up behind him and you gotta...
He's dead now. He broke his neck and died. I went to high school with a guy that actually did it. We thought he was full of shit, dude. We made fun of him for years until we found out that it was 100% true. He was in a tree stand with a buck 119 that he was planning to use after he killed the deer, and the buck just stood there at the base of his tree. He wasn't like 10 feet up. And so he just pulled that sumbitch out, jumped down, stabbed him right through the back of the neck, and killed him. It was just a little 6-point, but that's beside the point. The man killed a white-tailed deer with a fucking buck 119.
So one thing, but Bench May
literally
did.
ridiculed him our entire senior year for telling that story because none of us believed it, and then found out that it was true.
Benchmade's using LMAX.
Well, Cliff,
on that tagged
can.
out.
You're from Alaska, dude. That's a little different breed than most of us. But I was telling them one of those knives is in Alaska. I don't know the tribe, but I know there's an Inuit tribe about 50 miles from Anchorage that I sent it to them well over a year ago, and they've cleaned. I said elk, didn't I? It's not elk. They've cleaned 9 moose with that knife.
It's probably Cliff's igloo neighbor. Just go knock on the door.
$210. Is
Trade
that a
him some
lot?
metal blubber for it.
I told you that story about my buddy Herman having to defend himself, fought off an injured deer with a Essia Vispa pocket knife. That's why he won't let me replace him. I'm like, Herman, please let me give you a better knife. And he's like, nope. That knife will be buried with me.
A video melee, nobody even knows what that means.
Herman's a big boy. He's still real active in the gym. It really emasculated him that the 3-legged female deer nearly killed him. That thing was whipping his ass with one hoof.
Thank you, Cliff. I just came up with the idea. Shane made it workable and better. That's Shane's.
Cliff, you're 100. I appreciate that, and you're 100% right. But I didn't market it as a skinning knife because I didn't think that would go over well in the EDC community. But it would make a good skinning knife. It's a cat food opening. Yeah. I feel like that ugly one that I made, I have more control over it. Like as far as being able to come out past the tip and protect the tip. But you're right. It'd be great for skinning.
I'll tell you something just totally random that my ADHD brain just kicked out that I saw that I found fascinating. Do y'all know how wolf packs organize? Like when you see a pack of wolves walking through the woods or they can be 30, 40 wolves long, a pack.
Right.
They put the oldest up front, the oldest, weakest,
slowest.
Yeah.
And then they've got right behind them, they've got the youngest. And you can see this video shows it from like aerial drone footage, and then it goes back through. So they're like there to protect the elderly ones if people come from the front.
Are wolves the one that is the alpha female that leads the pack?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
I know there's a breed that it
got
is.
The females and the little ones that are kind of in the train. Because this is all like if you picture a line going back. Yeah. And the leader of the pack, as you go back, then you've got the kind of elite wolves, because usually attacks come from the back. But then when you look at it from like an aerial view, it looks like just a snake of wolves. And then there's like a gap. I don't know if it's 100 yards. I don't know if it's 75 yards, but there's one wolf. The lone wolf is at the back, and that's the leader of the pack. And he's there to fucking make sure nothing goes wrong. It's really cool.
He's also back there
and he runs it from the back.
He's also back there to let them discover if something is going wrong.
Well, it could be too, but it's just they're really it's amazing the way they do it. Different than a mountain lion that does it by itself.
That's gonna drive me nuts. Now I can't remember what animal that is that there's actually an alpha female. It's a female that
I thought it's lioness.
No. Male lions definitely rule that, but it may be hyena. I'm not sure.
Jeffrey, that's true and funny.
Yeah, no shit, Jeffrey. That's natural selection right there.
Cliff says elephant.
It might be. It may actually. Yeah, you may be right, Cliff.
Let me just Google that shit.
Well, I was gonna say that, or we can definitely find out from Gareth. I'm sure Gareth knows. I think he told me he fingered an elephant's butthole one time. Just kidding. I was poking fun at his elaborate Alaskan Sahara animal adventures.
Spotted hyenas, bonobos, and orcas, lions, elephants, and some species of lemurs.
It was the hyenas. I knew it was a dog-looking breed. The hyenas aren't dogs.
No, they're a different type of creature altogether.
Yeah, and you know the females grow faux penises?
Did not know that. Yeah. You've probably rubbed one, haven't you?
No, but I watched
But you held it in your hand?
I watched a David Attenborough narrated video on it.
I didn't know orcas, the females are the bigger ones. And the main hunters of the group, the alphas.
Well, that's the case in most aquatic species.
Hey, that's something else that's going on that's weird. The killer whales behavior, from bringing fishermen like gifts to fucking wrecking yachts. Have y'all heard about that shit?
Yeah, that was back during the beginning of the summer. I ain't heard anything about it since.
It's still going on in that one area. There's like a pod of them that have kind of turned.
Maybe it's just because people are someplace they shouldn't be.
Well, they think that it probably originated from one of the whales getting hit by a yacht or something because they have really good memories. You know, whales, they say intelligence has been measured by the wrinkles in a brain. Like if you look at species, like a human's got a bunch of what they call them crevasses or the wrinkles in the brain.
Yeah.
A whale has more of those than we do. So if you study just physiology, the whales should have more intelligence or the ability to store more data in their brain than we do.
Is that why your nickname is Smooth Brain?
I am smooth brain. Wet brain is usually what they call me.
What's up, Illuminati?
Did y'all see where Bill Gates came out and said that we were mistaken? Climate change is not all that big a deal. We're going to be okay.
No shit.
This is what, 8 years after the polar caps were supposed to have melted already.
Has somebody told that Greta, whatever her name is?
I don't know. I think she's still in jail.
I agree, Ryan.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, we were mistaken. It's not all that big a deal.
Jeffrey's full of them tonight. That's a great one, dude. I should have
super smart and super long.
I'm jealous because I don't have long, droopy balls. I never have. Mine are very tall and very tucked up to the base of my pecker.
Nobody cares.
That doesn't surprise me.
Remember, as a kid, watching my pawpaw stand up off the toilet. His balls hung about halfway to his knees.
You ever heard when they say the puppy's balls never drop?
He had a big old tallywhacker too, but his balls hung like he'd just wiped and stood up, and I came in from behind.
That sounds like a post-traumatic stress disorder.
He bent over pulling up his underwear, and he had this like 8-inch skin flat and two balls. And I always wondered when mine were going to do that.
Yours just never dropped.
I did not sign up for this, Shane. Thanks.
No problem. We've all seen shit, Kyle. It's not embarrassing.
What is it with you? What is it with you walking on people pooping? What is it with you walking on people pooping?
I don't have any manners. When I walked in on Stevie, dude, that was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
We'll wait for you, Ryan.
The house was pitch dark, and I woke up. This is embarrassing, but apparently I had overdone it on my sugar intake. And if you're diabetic, you know what that's like. You will wake up in the middle of the night about to piss yourself. You don't have any time. So I just bolted to the bathroom, blew the door open. I didn't even see Stevie. Like, the door was between us. I never saw him. He just, nope, he shut the door back.
Kevin Smith, 18 months. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Tomorrow at 2:30, stop by. Remember lives you don't have to stay for.
Seeing his balls from behind wasn't near as bad as the night that I was spending the night with him. And like I said, I had seen it. My papa had a big old tallywhacker. And I woke up in the middle of the night, had to go to the bathroom, and you had to go through. It was an older house. You had to go through my grandparents' bedroom to get to the bathroom. So I just bebopped right through there and walk in on pawpaw laying fucking pipes on. I mean, these people are.
You can call me the Nanner.
Thank you.
These people were in their 60s, and he was like violently railing my grandmother. That was scary.
That's the only time you'll ever hear me give Nanner Puss a congratulatory welcome.
Yeah, that was
I think at that age it would be soft and sweet. It was not.
No, I think a lot of it though, because I can remember. I'll lead into this. When I was a kid, I was in the shower at one point with my dad because he'd shower sometimes, and I can remember thinking, "Wow, that's huge."
People think that's fucking weird nowadays, John. But that was common.
Yeah, it was, and there was nothing, creepy about it. I'm not, but I remember thinking, "Wow!"
The concept of them making you turn the lights off every time you left a room. They were running that hot water heater for one person. I've showers made with tons of people when I was a kid.
And like I used to do with Brittany, we'd give her a bath, and it was easier for Dad to give me a shower, so we just
they put you in prison for that now.
Oh sure, but I can remember thinking, wow, I'd look at that thing. I must have been like 7. I was like, that's just like a snake, and I looked down at mine. It was like a scared turtle, and I'm proud to say now that I've grown up that it changes.
Yeah. Terry's
It's
dropping
perspective.
knowledge. Terry's dropping knowledge. You gonna post it?
Kevin Smith. Hold on, gifted one. Who got it? Let me give him a quick hug and I'll come back, guys. I apologize. I was on. Thank you so much, brother. Who'd I miss?
Terry, 1931 Leatherworks.
Are we done talking about Grandpa's peckers?
He's dropping knowledge on the topic we were on.
I'm trying to find it.
Grandpa's balls.
Are we done?
Where's somebody highlight the comment so I can see what y'all are talking about?
I can't highlight it. I'm just
there.
Hyena or Crotus. I ain't gonna act like I.
Not.
And Bluminati got the membership.
Bluminati did. So Bluminati tomorrow at 2:30. Just pop into my live stream, brother. You don't have to be there for more than 5 minutes.
Damn it, Dawson.
That was fun. I remember
Dawson,
that.
He's winning the chat tonight.
Yeah. That was funny.
That's hilarious.
Not funny when it's your mom. That is good.
I don't think I ever walked in on, I never had one of those walking in the parents things.
Well, my grandmother was a very beautiful woman. I've got a picture of her. She looked like a damn movie star. She had really shady tasting men. The pawpaw that I'm talking about, she met him in a Georgia State Penitentiary visiting her husband. And every time she'd come to visit her husband, Mac will have baked her a cake or a pie or something. And always had a dessert waiting on her. And Mac got out of prison before her husband did. So she got a divorce and married Mac. That's when she divorced Bill from Eastham Hill.
Bill from Eastham Hill.
Ryan, welcome. Tell us about the
up,
Grandpa's
Ryan?
pecker.
You got a Pawpaw's Pecker story, Ryan?
No, I
Ryan's got a new night story.
balls, so I was like, hell, I'll join.
Show off your new H knife.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Is that smaller than?
That's the half trap.
Half.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
That is gorgeous.
I say that.
hard to
Let
find,
me
though.
back up and be completely honest. I don't like the half track. It's cool that you got it, but I don't know why. Y'all know I love the Warncliffe blade shape, but
I love it.
there's just something about it aesthetically.
It's so much more fidgety than I thought it would be.
I've never desired to own one though.
And you'll get, Ryan, where
I'd like to get a full track, but they're hard to find.
the full tracks, USA Blade gets them from time to time.
That's where I got this one from, was USA Blade.
They just dropped them last week.
How did I tell you that I tried to pull a buddy card for Ryan? I reached out to Alex Steingraber and I was like, "Hey man,
Did you?
Yeah." I was like, "I ain't even told you this." I was like, "Hey man, if the answer is no, I understand that's cool and all that, but I got a buddy that really wants a lamia and he keeps missing the drop. Is there anything I can do to help him?" And he answered me, "Fuck him. Tell him to stand in line."
You know what? You gotta love Alex.
I do. Yeah.
And he's probably only 5 or 6 grams of mushrooms when he said that.
He was like, "But for real, man, if somebody found out that, I hooked somebody up, other people would be pissed." He's like, and I appreciated, in all honesty, I appreciated that he didn't do it.
I like that he said.
I've
"Fuck you."
heard, and am I wrong? It's about a 30% chance. Like you have to do it 3 times to get one. Is about the average.
He did tell me to tell you to join the Discord, but I think you already did, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm on the Discord now.
All right.
So I'm keeping an eye on it.
Keep an eye on Blade Binge. That's
Luckily,
what I
I
got
didn't
mine.
tell him who you were, so
Well,
you're
I
not
don't-
associated with that.
I would really like to buy one from him. I really don't want to buy one secondary.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
And he appreciates that because he's getting really sick of seeing people scalping his knives.
Dude, it was
If
insane.
it's an $1,800 knife, if it's an $1,800 knife, then why am I not selling it for $18?
Exactly. His last drop, he completely sold out 4 seconds. It even bothered him a little bit because
it's a great knife. I mean,
they're on there now. They're all over eBay right now. I think there's 3 of them on eBay right now for like $1,500.
Well, the guy that had this one listed, the guy that had this one listed was about 150 over table, and I asked him if he'd get, I'll buy it if you can get closer to table, and he priced it 15 over what he paid for it.
Yeah. I paid $100.
He just didn't like it. He bought it.
Going to fight to the death over that knife when you get ready to sell it.
It was a catch and release. What y'all need to do is just when I pass away and you find out that something happened to me, y'all rush up here and get my knives.
Oh, I can get there before Kyle.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
This is.
Ain't none of y'all gonna get there before me.
People don't understand why we want that knife so bad. The lamias are fucking amazing right now, but that is a crew wear lamia.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I want.
That's weird. They've gone up in price because on the secondary. Because I just used to be able to get them for $650 to $700 all day long. Now I'm looking, and I haven't seen one for under $750 or under $800 in the last there was one that was 2 months ago. That was for
scales
$650.
have gotten so much more intricate. I wonder if the prices have gone up in general.
Well, yeah, it's a lot more work. I wonder, it's weird. As much as I would love to support Jonathan McNeese because he's right here in Alabama, but I still, dude, you'd have to fight me to get me to hand you my a lamia and take a McNeese. I love the McNeese, but
McNeese is a bit less expensive.
What is that, Ryan?
Speaking of Alex Stein Grabber.
Oh, you got your shark.
Nice.
Don't be comparing that. Don't be comparing that to my knives. That's a different thing.
What kind of sheath's that? That thing locked in.
Lancelot.
Oh, is that the sheath you were bragging about?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, he did it. That's a really nice wet form.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Master Joda, they call him that for a reason.
The one thing about McNeese, I don't like many of their.
There's a Bradford.
Ryan, do you know the guy that made this? Gary Smith.
Oh, the sheath?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, that knife I posted with the snake skin on the sheath. That was Zach McCrary's knife.
That was sexy.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful Bradford. What's that made out of?
Just in case any of y'all remember, I made that knife for Andrew Lyons.
ABL.
And we had a lack of communication over the angle at the finger choil. I misunderstood him, and he admitted he didn't know the right terminology. So there was a lack of communication, and it wasn't exactly what he wanted. He was willing to pay for it, but I didn't want him to buy a knife that wasn't exactly what he wanted. So that's why Zach McCreary owns it. Lives on all knives.
I don't like a lot of McNeese milling patterns. There's only a couple.
I don't have any issue at all with anything McNeese does. I just don't like them as much as I do the lamia. And they're about the same price, right?
No, a couple $100, $300-400 less for a McNeese.
Oh, is it really? Well, that might be. Yeah, I mean, I could see that being a decision maker.
McNeese is closer to a hinderer.
So how much
scales?
No, McNeese are 8,
a brand new
8.25.
I thought they were 6. I got this at DLT for 6.25.
No, the new ones are what 8 to 8.25, something like that.
That's
range?
not a lamia, John.
No, I'm talking about McNeese.
Oh,
McNeese are 5.85 to
close
6.
to a hinderer with scales.
Yeah, a full tie hinder. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kyle. We were talking about different knives, so they are different price points, Shane.
Only reason I picked this up was because that's the actual milling that I like, and I got
that's gorgeous.
I like
great deal on that. So,
hey, Kyle, you got in on love knife
today.
Get a set of Skiff thick washers. That's what I'm running in mine.
I don't.
Kyle was telling me he's got an Evo lens that's on washers, and it actually has a controlled drop so it don't hit your thumbnail.
Yeah, right here.
Watch it hit his thumbnail and fucking squirt blood now.
No, I don't, because I never drop them that way because I'm not stupid. But
yeah.
And you can get those. I'm sure those came from Skiff because everything he does bearings for, he makes a thick washer for.
I have no idea how bad that knife is my name. I want that knife so fucking bad, and I can't swallow my pride enough to buy it.
I had one.
I know.
And I had probably I shouldn't say mine.
I think it is the sexiest knife ever made. It might be complete junk.
This one right here.
If you actually use it, but God,
There's some of those Pro X's last scales.
The grinds are phenomenal on these. I had someone in the chat.
Next to last scale. His last scale was on.
No, I know. Not these are in the. I meant to say he's not really making anymore. He commented on this knife though. I think it was him. It was PRO something on Instagram. It wasn't Pro X.
Yeah, there's a lot of knife happening right now, Geek. You're right. My buddy he can't fucking stand it when y'all start flicking knives.
Damn it, Dawson, rubbing it in. Yeah, I sold my Evo to him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had the 3, so the big boy, and it was the barked full DLC, the polished DLC. I was gonna make
a Evo inspired fixed blade, but to do it, it would be. I feel like it would be a little close to what to Yako's Vigilante, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave that for.
Have you seen the Evo fixie that they did? They did one.
I ain't gonna lie, that's where I got the idea. But I wasn't going to direct copy it, and Yako's isn't a direct copy, but his is. His is close enough that I like it.
We had that discussion, Shane. I'm surprised how fairly priced that the Evo fixed blade was.
I was too. I mean, other than it being Chinese made, but
right, but still the point.
But I was also more shocked that they released a picture of it as early as they did.
Well, it
was a long way off from being.
Yeah, it's like 9. They do pre-orders now. They're like 9 months to 12 months pre-orders. Yeah. You put a deposit, CKF, and their U.S. distributor now is NC Blade, so they'll do a pre-order. You put down like 100 or something on it, and then you pay the balance when it shows up.
Yeah, that's.
I think the Evo fixes were like 3.
I'm trying. Were they on Sharp by Designs page? I'm trying to.
No, here I'll pull it up for you.
I've got Custom Knife Factory up. I'm looking at them.
They didn't sell them through their website. They sold them through
NC.
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling them up right now.
Yako gave me permission to make that knife, but I'm not doing that, man. That's his design. Or if I did, he would get a cut for sure.
Carbon fiber
one that I really want.
Carbon fiber handles were $295.
Yeah, that's. Can you show a picture of it?
Yeah, let me grab it here.
In M390, I'm guessing.
M398. There you go.
I don't like the shadow box scales.
I do. I like the look of it. I understand they're not as comfortable, but it looks fucking sweet.
Yeah, they just showed up not long ago. They only came out, or they were released late fall 2025, so they were only here not too long ago.
Brent, what's up, brother?
Pre-order was last year at September 23rd.
I tell you what we'll do, Tyler. Mail me a paper cutout of that blade because I didn't trace it while I had it.
Hey, Brent, look at my new knife.
I'll make one and a super steel, and I'll ship it to you, and you put the handles on it, and we'll sell it, and you can make some money.
Ron, is that a special version? Because it looks like it's got what is?
It's like camo. I mean, ammo can green.
I've never ever seen that with the hardware and that bronze. It looks awesome.
Yeah, that color concept is nice.
And the blade looks
as soon as I saw him post this, I went straight to his site and got it.
Well, and with that Coyote tan handle,
yeah,
that's really good.
The ammo can green is a exclusive from USA Blade.
Yeah. And I was like that. I actually accidentally ordered the wrong color and I couldn't get it canceled. So like I actually called him and he swapped it out for me. But I mean,
he's a good fucker.
Yeah.
I like Woody pretty good. It's weird. I haven't even thought about that offer I had from Woody. I've never done anything with that.
I remember you calling me and telling me about that.
I know.
Busy.
I'm so excited that I ain't done.
You should have been. You should have.
Well,
Yeah.
I just took it as a win that there was even an offer, but I still don't think I'm quite ready. Maybe.
You're ready for the tutelage.
Oh yeah, that part, yeah. But yeah, maybe if I can get caught up this spring or
I
something.
wonder if he ever gets scales for those, Kyle. Like if he wanted to full tie.
He does not do them in full tie like that, unfortunately. Because I would love to have a full tie ammo can.
Why do y'all want the full tie so much? So that G10
is great.
This right here is
better as a scale material.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If
you're just cheap
all the time. I'm not cheap. It's a better scale material.
No,
I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. And the ergos on this thing is actually really good.
And the knife is plenty bougie already. I mean, it doesn't need fancying up, I don't think.
No, it's not. They need
No,
to get rid of that G10.
It's not full tie.
All right, you win, Kyle.
Let me go get my XM24.
You know what? Like with this, I'm really surprised at the ergos on this.
Oh, it feels great in your hand, doesn't it? I mean, it's like
it doesn't look ergonomic, but
it don't. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's like a utility knife extreme.
I didn't think that the Eclipse looked as ergonomic as the XM18.
Dude, I love the Eclipse.
But it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
literally
like
in all honesty, I didn't expect the handle on the Thug. It doesn't look super ergonomic, but it feels great.
Yeah.
As long as it's not thick.
I like the Eclipse handle better than I do.
Why don't I use thicker
Yeah, that
scales?
fits you good, Ryan.
When you thicken those scales up, they just don't feel the same.
And even the flipper on this is not really intrusive or.
Do not get the fucking flipper cut off that knife.
I'm not going to. I can't flip this thing. It's.
You'll be able to.
It takes a lot of break in.
I
hope Paul might make a fucking $1 million grinding off penars.
No. This
all
one
knives need a flipper cut off of.
Like this one, even when it's open, it don't look out of place. It's not intrusive.
Yeah.
Like it's.
And it does work really well.
It serves two purposes. You can open the knife with it, and it keeps your finger from going up on the blade. So
dude, I put my finger up in there.
Yeah.
Boy,
I'm gonna get you one.
She likes it, and she loves it when I do it.
I'm like,
Todd. So you have real win. I forget where's Todd Carr from? Canada.
Yep.
Canada.
So he has real winners. So he understands why you don't want everything to be full titanium.
True.
Well, that's your fault for going outside and hanging out in the cold.
That goes back to
all for living in Canada.
Guys, I hate to do this, but I don't
I'm about to jump off. I got to get food before Maddie.
The most painful thing I can do with gout is set.
Is it time?
And
10 minutes.
I'm gonna have to lay down to get my foot. It's literally throbbing. So
well, it's time for Maddie anyway. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all say y'all's pieces, and I know Ryan, y'all go subscribe to Brother Ellis.
Ryan, before I forget,
let me put his page up there.
Down and I made it happen. I've lined up having the Honda hauled, so got that taken care of.
Good, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah, he ain't called me back today, but so I don't think it's going to be picked up tomorrow, like you said, but he'll get it.
Who's going to get it?
Buddy of mine, Conrad. When I worked for the car lot, he hauls cars for them, and now he's got his own car hauling company. He cut me a pretty good deal. I ain't upset about it. Like I said, it was way cheaper than what 24 hours of your very rare off time is worth. So
I actually took today off.
It was a
Listen, I took today off. I'm gonna go back.
I had to take 2 days off. It's an 8.5 hour drive there. Would have had to got a hotel, come back the next day. That'd be 2 of your off days you're not spending with your wife. That's
right now, K Mason.
Way more than $600, dude.
Plus gas.
Yeah.
And food.
Yeah.
It costs a lot to feed my ass.
Yeah. And then the penicillin shots we'd have to have after hanging out with Kyle. That's just
Go give Ryan a follow.
He don't wear those surgical gloves when I'm around.
Yeah, see, it was going to be worth
God, see over Stevie.
Oh, I'm still going up there one day for sure.
I didn't think you.
One of these days, Kyle, we are going to infiltrate your neighborhood.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to see me. He just wants to take my shit now.
Yeah. But it'll be a lot.
Take your lunch, dude.
I think it'd be a lot more fun going to see Kyle without, an agenda on the side. We won't have to worry about that now. So
we just go and hang out.
Yeah.
Just go visit you too, Bando.
I love you. See you.
Love you guys. Hey,
Later.
Everybody, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And always use debate, not hate. Unless you just have to hate. Then hate often and heavily. I love y'all. Peace.
Lights go dark, the stream comes on. Javon's here.